and we are on go time. Welcome everyone to Dragon Age Reimagined. I'm so fucking excited. Since we are live on Twitch right now, everyone go ahead and unmute yourselves and introduce yourselves and who you will be playing.
Just going first. No
That
pressure.
was your key.
I'll go first then. Everyone knows me. Well, not everyone, but the people in Discord might not know me. For those that don't, I've known Eric for probably too long. Leon, the exact same for too long. Kidding on, I really love them. My character and who I'll be playing is Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drac. Yes, that is his full name. And
you can say the whole thing.
Yeah, you need for those who are not of nobility. He looks down upon those that doesn't use his full name and title. I'll be a swashbuckler. So kind of your little roguey stab, poke holes in enemies and try 1v1 people while seeming all bravado and try to pull off cool tricks. Which, knowing my luck, will fail miserably because the RNG gods absolutely hate me.
Random trivia in case people don't know. Will and I met, 8 years ago? And we met by playing D&D. It was my first time being a DM, and Will was one of my original characters.
Yep.
And we've been buddies ever since.
Poor Robert, falling off that dragon.
He was motivated for Robert. He died in the third session. It was tragic. But he didn't die in the first session. Someone else did.
So many stories to be had, but I'll not take up too much time.
We have one player who is not joining us today. So we have a 5-man team, but a family emergency triggered for him yesterday. So hope he'll be here next week. Leon, you are muted and deafened, so you can't even hear that I'm mentioning you. Leon is DMing a game that ends basically right now, so he might be finishing that.
That's fine.
Vile, tell us about your character.
All right. So I am playing an older human who is an alchemist and has an affinity for demolitions by name of Lucius Gallus. He's I guess you could say some sort of mix between MacGyver and Sherlock Holmes. He's fascinated with inventing things, creating things, just figuring out how things work. And I guess that's really the best introduction I can give for him for right now.
He's going to be the Mr. Magoo who goes boom all the time.
Excellent. That just sounds lovely.
Leon, tell us about your character.
Aw, well, thank you. Hello, I'm playing a man who's wearing a grey robe with a wonderfully drab mask who's unnaturally and freakishly tall. That is all you need to know for now. Thank you very much.
No fun allowed.
Yes, no fun allowed. Everything needs to be orderly, everything needs to have a purpose, and anyone who thinks differently is wrong.
I can get behind that.
God, I hope he agrees with my viewpoint in life.
Never stop reminding you of how much you need to change for the good of your soul.
In fact, Leon, are you just playing yourself then? Because that sounds very German of you.
Yes.
Leon, player.
I want you to know that I'm wearing my uniform right now.
Of course you are.
He's got a shower right over here if you'd like to join.
Please sign the paperwork in the correct order.
Is Artemis here, or did Artemis run away so she didn't have to introduce herself?
Yes.
There you are. Now you fucked up. Now you have to tell us about you and your character.
That's fine. You know me. I don't interrupt people while they're talking. I am Artemis. Do not look me up on Twitter. You will get other people who have stolen my name. I am playing Avalon Farden. I am not a wizard or a mage or any of that circle nonsense, I swear.
I call bullshit.
I expect to see plucky, green, and naive, as I'm green at Pathfinder, and I'm playing a naive circle mage who has never stepped out of the circle in her fucking life. My first experience was getting my ship stolen, so I'm off to a good start in the world.
I mean, really, if you wanted that ship enough, you wouldn't have allowed it to be stolen, let's be honest.
I mean, he's not wrong. You know, sometimes you just need to teach a man that The only way he's leaving this house is with a hole in his chest.
I mean,
Amen.
I will say nothing. V knows things. I will say nothing.
Yes,
Drink
we all
and
know
I-
you made a pact with a demon in session 0. We all know.
Actually, let me just put it this way. I'm the only one of us with a kill count right now, I think.
Are you sure about that?
I said I think, not that I'm sure.
All right, with everyone here, we've gotten the introductions out of the way. We're going to get some mechanical things taking place. For those of us who are joining us on Twitch, right now we are looking at the continent of Thedas. Our story today is going to take place within this region. Throughout the travels of the campaign, I believe we are going to explore every end of this continent, all the way to the islands in the north of Saharan. But we are starting in the bottom right in the country known as Ferelden. We're going to change the map. This is the region we are going to be starting off in, the region of Ferelden. Everyone, all of you have your tokens here. Make sure that you can move around. If anyone has issues, let me know before we move on.
Works perfectly.
Yep,
Hey,
box
don't
done.
step on me, William. Not yet.
Excuse me, you address me as my full name.
Yes, Farquhar.
Everyone is able to move their token, correct?
Yes, we can.
Harold Hazarek is going to be our missing player, so he's going to go poof and disappear.
Ah,
Your character tokens, in case you've never played with me before, each of you have 3 bubbles over your head. If you click on your token, you will have a red, a green, and a blue. The red is going to be your AC value. The green is going to be your HP. The blue is for whatever you want to use it for. So our casters, you could use it to mark your
I'll mark
balls
focus.
per day.
Panat.
For our duelist, you can use it to keep track of your Panak whenever you join some. Use the blue for whatever you wish. Everyone has control over their tokens, no issues.
Yep, I can move things around, yeah.
All right, we are going to start right here. All of our characters have found their way to the fortress of Ostagar. And this is where the beginning of our story takes place. We're going to change the map one more.
Oh god. The actual Ostagar map.
You had to do.
I like it.
This is as guerrilla as it gets. I basically just stole a picture of it from the game. But it is perfect because we are playing Dragon Age Origins, and this is where it all begins. We are going to start off with Cat is... Move your ass, Cat. My cat is currently laying on all my dice, hatching them.
Very good, GLaDOS. Very good.
Paid her,
Name is
paid her
GLaDOS.
in snacks.
We're going to roll this d4, and we're going to start with Lucius. You have worked through the night with you and your assigned compatriot. Both of you have worked your asses off the last couple days. Mostly the scouting parties have come back pretty torn up. It makes you nervous. They have taken the usual expected combat wounds, blunted objects to the head, stab wounds to the chest. But nearly every one of their wounds have come back with fearsome infections, diseases. Not poisons. They seem to be naturally affecting diseases, but nearly every one of them has come back with it. Either they've been swimming in shit after they got stabbed, or something is inflicting these diseases. You're up.
After about bare minimum, after one evening of all of this, I am going to request from Duncan that we have one other person who basically will just be a scribe. So I can essentially take notes as I'm examining, healing, treating. And then I'm also going to make sure that these soldiers are giving me exact details of like what attacked them, what did it look like, etc. So I can have some detailed notes about what the hell is going on out there. It's be good information to have.
First, let's see how well you do your job. Let's get your character sheet up.
I appreciate that, Scott. Thank you so much, buddy.
Let's get a medicine check.
I'll be
How well do you diagnose these poor
between...
men?
Thank you.
Give me one more. These wounds have been quite grievous. You've been able to treat them. These men are going to be non-combatants. They are in no shape to continue doing their thing. However, they will survive and hopefully return to their families whenever this conflict is over. You aren't quite sure of everything that has been inflicting these poor men, but you are reasonably sure that these diseases are not something that just happens. You don't get them from bee stings, you don't get them from animal bites. These are things that are particularly malicious and are known to come from swamp type environments. But we're not in a swampy environment. This is a forested region.
Okay. I'll make sure to pass the pertinent information over to Duncan so he can disseminate that to the commanders and whatnot. So you said a couple of nights of this, correct?
Say again?
You said a couple of nights worth of all of this?
So you've been at this. This is now the morning of your third day. You and your assistant have rotated around sleeping, and you are surprised with how well he's taken to the job. He's done a pretty solid job as long as it involves simple things like stitching and gauzing and setting broken bones. He's not on your level, but he's competent.
Excellent. Well, we'll make sure to give him an attaboy every once in a while just to keep him motivated, because typically he looked kind of scared of me at first, so I want to make sure to keep him motivated, doing a good job. That third morning, I'm going to get out and stretch my legs. When there's kind of maybe a slower-ish period, I'm going to tell him to keep an eye on things for maybe 15, 20 minutes, and I'm just going to go around and just stretch my legs a little bit. Maybe go over to Duncan first and see how things fare.
You find Duncan about 10 minutes southwest of you.
All right, I'll head off that way.
You poor soul.
Avalon, you have arrived at the fortress of Ostagar. This is where you have been assigned to position yourself for the next couple of months, or until the conflict is resolved. We're not sure exactly what you're supposed to be doing now that you're here, but with the upscaling of troop movements, you're seeing the loading of trebuchets and catapults, stacks and stacks of arrows and javelins up on the battlements, and camp cities all over the place. Something big is going to be happening here.
Okay. Well, I really wasn't given any specifics on who I was supposed to talk to here other than head to the front. It wouldn't be a knight commander. Would it be like a guard captain? I don't know who I would talk to here.
Circle mage out of the circle.
Hush.
Exploring the big old world.
I suppose arriving by carriage, there'd probably be guards or some other kind of military types around that I would just make an inquiry with about who I would speak with, that I was sent by the circle. I had been redeployed and am a healer. Other than that, I wasn't really given too much information.
So who do you speak to?
I imagine there would be a guard at least I could, well, a soldier or a guard at least that I could speak to nearby that would know who the commander of the fort would be.
Most of the soldiers are running around, are clearly on a mission. They are moving fast, they are looking focused. There are a couple standing around doing not much of anything that are staring at your obviously confused ass.
Well, if I'm getting stared at because I'm obviously confused, they're probably the best people to start with.
Well, start your conversation. RP in game.
Hi. I was sent from Ferelden to come serve at this front.
Your awkwardness is so extreme. He's staring at you like you have lobsters crawling out of your ears.
This is
Are
not
you
a
old
new
enough to be here?
I'm 22. I'm old enough. Look, I'm a trained healer, magical healer.
You're a healer.
So
go in there, go down the stairs, turn right, You'll find a doctor there. He should be wandering around the camp.
A doctor. Got it.
Lucius, Galen, something like that.
Lucius? Okay. I will listen. When he says go down the stairs, he's talking about over here?
Yes.
All right, then I suppose I would head that way. I mean, I have no reason to disbelieve him.
As you wander around the camps, there's not a lot of markings of anything. However, you do eventually find one of the tents has the rod with the snakes coiled around it, the civilian symbol for a healer.
Okay, well, to there I go.
You see a sign that says currently closed. Womp womp. Lucius, give me a perception check. Nope. Evelyn, as you are poking around looking frustrated at the closed sign, there is a young man, looks like he may be half elven. Notices you standing there. Yes, ma'am. Can I help you? Are you hurt?
I have a brief moment remembering another half elf man before I fight back that thought, and I say to him, yeah, I was actually looking for Lucius Galen, I guess is what I was told. I'm a trained healer.
Oh, you're looking for Master Gallus. He just took off that way.
Just missed him.
Yeah, like a couple of minutes ago.
Great.
I'll let him know that you were looking for him if he comes back. This man seems very nervous.
I vocally say, wander the camp looking for somebody I don't know the look of, or stand here until he comes back. And then I let out an audible sigh. And I say to him, if you're all right with it, I think I'll just stand here for the time being.
All right. If you want.
So none of this is scripted.
I give a nod and say, all right then.
So none of it is scripted. We don't script anything. It's just everything's off the cuff. The DM's made up most of the story. We just kind of make decisions.
Theo.
Yes.
You have finally found your way here to the Fortress of Ostagar. In your company with the Grey Warden known as Duncan. You have traveled around the camp. The army serviceman in you has inspected the walls, the battlement, the fitness of the men here. They're not the tactics that you expect from Tevinter from your history. Ferelden seems like a brutish, uncivilized, not particularly well-educated culture, but you are certain the walls should stand against anything other than very heavy artillery, which you don't see coming this way. You are currently standing around a large campfire in Duncan's company as an older-looking man approaches.
I will turn to the older-looking man and see. I'll pretend that I'm kind of like not listening, but I am just kind of getting my equipment fixed and whatnot to see if he is addressing Duncan in any way whatsoever.
Lucius, you finally find Duncan. He is standing there with a foreign-looking guy. Looks like he might be particularly wealthy.
All right. I'll walk up, give the foreign man a polite nod. Duncan, how's everything going? These Your scouting parties are coming back not well off.
I have heard, though not a surprise.
I'll hand him a few sheets of paper. Here's some notes that what I was able to determine might be of use. I'm gonna look over at this foreigner again. What does your character look like?
He is handsome as fuck. That's what he looks like. So yeah,
Of course.
So you see that kind of musketeer mustache. He stands very much. He is athletically built, but not. Well, he holds himself in a position where you'd think like it would be a high lord or like a king with like he doesn't have he puffs out his chest, but he doesn't really have any muscle. But you can definitely tell like there's some form of athleticism there. It's definitely not of the strength variety, but he holds himself in very high standards. He's standing up straight. He's constantly got his what you can assume is his offhand in this position behind his back, which probably seems weird, but it's kind of just like natural to him. You would see a rapier at his side. He's just kind of get like leather armor on. He's got the comb over here that you can see, and he's got that slight kind of tan around him. He's just kind of brown eyes and just kind of looking at you inquisitively, just investigating the conversation that obviously you've been kind of having with Duncan.
Lucius, you are expert in society, aren't you?
I am.
You may make a society check. This man seems like from the northern regions somewhere. High Ever, or possibly to Vinter.
Kind of give you the once over again.
Theo, you're getting eyed up by this obviously poor person. He wants to steal your money and give you the poor.
I will.
So, you're not from Ferelden.
That is correct.
Vinter?
That is also correct, yes. I am from the Tevinterlands.
The Tevinterlands?
The Motherlands.
Oh god, the Motherlands. I'll give you another respectful nod. Well, obviously, they could use the help. So thank you for being here.
I didn't catch your name, sorry. My name is Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drac, and I will give a respectful head nod towards the gentleman. What was your name?
Oh, sorry, but how rude of me. I'll give a curtsy nod. My name is Lucius Gallus.
Theo, this man is clearly afraid of you, as he should be.
Listen, it's expected. I don't need to do anything. Like people should be afraid of me.
He knows his place as
Exactly.
a poor person.
So I will turn to him and not turn to him, but I will say, can't help but over here there seems to be a lot of casualties in the scouting party. What seems to be the issue?
Duncan does not answer. He just watches to see what Lucius does. His
Was
eyes
that question
clearly
directed
on him.
Yeah, it was
at me or Duncan?
Directed at you. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, and I start kind of pouring over some notes here. These wounds, you would think these scouting parties are fighting or scouting swampy lands just from the nature of these infections. They don't look like anything that we should be running into in this type of terrain. So whatever's out there must be employing some sort of unnatural poisons or some such. I'm not totally clear on this yet. I have to do more research, but I will make available all of my notes if you need them, if you have this sort of knowledge set.
We are going to let that fester for a little bit. Ash Kato, you awaken and you conduct your morning rituals. You feel so far away from home now. Everything you're used to has always been very well designed, efficient, majestic.
This is an insult.
This is, you feel your skin crawl at its absolute just
Squalor.
It was clearly built out of pure necessity. No thoughts, no style, no substance. This is a brutish, uncivilized land. But there is very clearly something going on, and you can respect that at least the men here seem adequately trained and motivated.
Besides, the homeland would have me dead, so better to be here than not. Now, am I already in Ostagar itself, or...
You have been given a small camp to live in. You have basically thrown out all of the little amenities that they put near you. They insult you with their presence. And the flag dedicated to the chant that was in here, you've secretly snuck away to just make it go away.
No, it can sit there. It is wrong. I know it's wrong, and that's all that matters. In any case, I have somebody I would like to talk to, specifically a Grey Warden or the Grey Warden. There does not seem to be nearly as many as there should be. Is the Grey Warden easy to find, per se?
If that is what you're looking for, you would wander the camp city for a while. Give me an odd or even.
I'll take odd.
All right, roll a d4.
Even. A shame.
You are unsure of where to go, and you end up just kind of wandering north. And as you are inspecting the camp, you find the little healer's tent, and currently has a sign in front of it saying it's closed. There is a young woman in plate armor with an oversized sword slung in a sling behind her, looking frustrated and confused.
A shame. I'm going to ask her, however, because she seems like she is a soldier. Hello there, soldier. I have a question for you. Do you know where I can find the warden's camp?
The warden's camp?
Hold a moment. Ashkato, describe your appearance.
A freakishly tall man in presumably a man with drab grey robes, a nearly featureless eye mask that seems like he has a lot of padding around the head. Otherwise, there's a metric crap ton of daggers all over his robe. And he also carries a relatively large backpack.
Evelyn, this person is very starkly different in appearance than anyone you've ever met.
Well, to be fair, that's not saying much, but...
That is a true statement.
I mean, I'm not showing any skin, if that's what you're asking.
No skin? Aw, how boring.
No. I'm covered from head to toe in clothes.
This man is clearly a Nightwalker hiding from the sun.
Given the light sunburn I've developed just in 2 days of travel, I can kind of relate to this reasoning. Joking aside, I would still respond the same with a stutter, just a bit more of a nervous stutter, as I say, I'm not actually sure. I just got here myself.
Then I apologize for disturbing you. You there, child, do you know where the Grey Wardens are?
Are you referring to the assistant inside?
Yes.
Oh, Master Gallus was looking for him. I believe they're off that way. Miss Farden here was looking for him too, but decided to wait till he came back. Maybe you'll have better luck going that way, though.
Thank you very much, child.
He is in awe at how tall you are. You're like 2 heads over him, and he is clearly about to wet himself in your presence.
Please do not fear me. There is no reason to do so, for you have done me no harm. Now, if you will excuse me.
As I see the massive fellow walking away, I'm actually gonna look at the half-elf and I'm gonna say, sorry, I think I'm gonna follow him if that's where Lucius has gone.
Okay. If he shows up before you, I'll let him know.
I'll give a slight what the hell is going on nod before I start walking off.
It probably isn't very difficult to follow Ash because he is probably something that sticks out like a sore thumb.
Ash stands a full head taller than most of the other people here.
I say, I would imagine you're probably about as out of place here as I am, just in a different way.
Except he has confidence.
This place is weird. However, I can accept weirdness. It is simply a different culture, though I do not necessarily appreciate it.
Well, it could be worse. You could be locked up in a tower.
That sounds decisively pleasant compared to some other things that could be happening.
I give you a look before turning my, just vocally saying very loudly, "Nope, don't want to know."
That is correct.
And then I shut up.
Random interjection: is the music all right? Is it too soft, too loud?
It's perfectly fine.
It's fine.
Fine here.
In case you guys weren't aware, you can control the volume yourself. The top right, the gear, there will be a music bar. You can adjust it as you need it.
You guys won't hear the music because I'll get in trouble. So sorry, guys.
Far into the travel, you encounter a very large campfire. It's massive, far bigger than it has any need to be. And you see nearby is an older-looking human, a particularly wealthy-looking human, and a man clad in unusual but ornate heavy plate.
Good for him. Still inefficient. Is there still a conversation ongoing? It would be rude to interrupt.
The two of you walk up as Lucius and Theodore were discussing what sounded like diseases and swamps. The two of you in your conversation notice two others approaching you. A younger-looking woman in medium armor and a very tall man clad head to toe in a traveling robe. Duncan does not break the conversation, but just eyes the two newcomers.
I don't have expertise in medicine, but kill enough people and you start to understand where they bleed from the most. So, as I'm addressing to Lucian, by the way, after the last conversation we were having.
In this conversation, as these two people approach, Theo, throw me a society check. This very tall man approaching you, something about him just gets your blood moving, but you don't know why.
I'll compose myself and continue the conversation with Lucian.
Duncan notices the awkward pause and addresses the two newcomers. Welcome. I was expecting young Miss Farden. You are the circle practitioner, correct?
Yes.
He watches your nervousness and your reluctance to say yes. There will be a need for healers. Sadly, more than should be.
I'm here to do what must be done.
Duncan eyes Ashkato. You, I do not know.
Yes, it would be unusual if you did. I've heard that wardens are in need of more willing recruits. Is this still correct?
I am in need of skilled warriors, healers, practitioners.
I'm going to hold out my hand and start casting a spell. Does this qualify me?
I was not anticipating recruiting anyone today. I simply asked for help. Well met. I am Duncan of the Wardens.
I'm Ashkato. Just a traveler.
I was expecting one other. However, I have not seen yet. These two here can introduce themselves, and when you all are ready, I will return shortly. I must brief with the general. All I ask is that the four of you do not leave the camp for now. I will return when I'm finished. And he starts walking on off and heads across the bridge to the other end of the fortress.
I will turn to the two newcomers and address them and say, I am Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drac, and give a respectful head bow to their general vicinity. Not at anyone in particular.
Would I specifically know what the correct manner of addressing somebody with a von title is? I do have
As your better boy!
Yes, that is a society check.
Just tell him as he's better. I should know that.
Ashkato, that very long name is not a name that you know. However, its unusually long phrasing reeks of Tevinter to you.
Yes, Tevinter nobility, unusual to see in Ferelden. Still, it is good to meet you, Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drac. Honor upon your family.
I want to say
That's
I like this
very
person.
Respectful. That is very respectful.
I'm on out of game. I'm on it, you, Leon. I know what you're up to.
Onto your wily ways, motherfucker.
What? You expect somebody with the background of a scholar to be combative and an asshole?
Yes.
Sorry,
You forget,
it's not happening.
Theo has grown up thinking that the Kunari are the source of all evil in the world.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. I might think they're butterflies and dandelions. You don't know.
Yes, but Ashkato probably assumes that you know what he is.
No comment.
And not hate them just while you think, oh well, it's just another conflict.
And I will look at the young lady and wait for her to address herself as custom demands.
Evelyn has a bunch of eyes on her and doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, I kind of just click into the situation and go, Evelyn Farden, it's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Sorry, did you say Evelyn Farden?
Farden. It was
Farden. I thought you said fart, like as in like fluctuation. Sorry, I was confused.
Farden. It's the name of my teacher, my enchanter teacher.
I heard you were a part of the circle. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I was led to believe that circle mages were of tremendous confidence and power.
It's barbaric that they keep you in a circle.
We're gonna back on Evelyn already.
Not all of us are exactly happy with being mages.
Ashkato, that strikes you right in the heart.
Such is the way of life. We do not get to choose who we are born as or what we become, only what we make of it.
And I look at you with a surprising amount of like vinegar, as I say, but we can choose to reject it.
Ooh, I like this. We have lots of debates. I like this. Continue.
If you believe so.
I am mildly saddened that the Twitch channel doesn't get to hear the soundtrack that I spent like 6 hours making.
Well, listen, I am not getting my Twitch channel removed. So
I get it. For those of you that are listening in the Twitch, I built a custom soundtrack for this game I worked on for like 6 hours, and none of you guys get to hear it. But oh well, it's how it goes.
So, Evelyn, how do you feel that you were, if I assume correctly, you were kept in a circle?
Well, not a literal circle, but yes.
Do you not feel that's barbaric to do? Just because you have.
Sorry. Just to make sure it's clear, I am an elf. I didn't really get to mention. I didn't mention that. So
I didn't say it. I said a young woman.
I mean, yeah, it is not subtle, but it is obvious. I have elf ears. I am shorter and lither than pretty much everybody else, and I have the natural almond-eyed elven attractiveness thing going on. But I say the idea is barbaric on paper, but it's better than, well, from what I understand, it's better than if I had been in an alien edge.
Debatable.
Being well fed with people that don't treat you like garbage doesn't sound that bad to me.
There's worse fates, certainly. In any case, is there any tasks that need doing, or is there just empty time now?
Vile, have you returned? Vile is still AFK.
Oh, emergency.
To cover for Vile, as you guys were walking up here, Lucius was kind of just the mad doctor type, was just waiting for everyone to stop talking while he's going through his notes, and would mention that he has been treating the recently returned scouting parties back, as he's been the practicing doctor in the camp for a while. The scouts have come back torn up with the usual kinds of battle wounds that you would see: blunted impacts, broken bones, stab wounds. But also nearly all of these men have come back with horrific diseases and infections that should not be taking place naturally. These are not battlefield kind of casualties that are happening here.
Is magic at play, perhaps?
Fortunately, Lucius rolled like shit and doesn't have an answer to that.
Well, I am no doctor, so I will not claim any expertise in the field.
Leon, your monotone is outstanding, but you are very quiet.
1 second.
That's better. The monotone is perfect, but you are way too quiet.
I will boost the volume.
I've turned everyone up. Yeah, someone just said in chat they're finding it hard to hear you, Leon. But I've turned you up in Discord, so hopefully that's better.
I'm trying to be monotone. It's
You're doing it perfectly. You're just a little quiet, but now we can hear you better.
I've turned you up anyway.
Yeah, succeeding handedly is the word that comes to mind.
No fun allowed.
allowed.
I am a very happy person.
Joy is unnatural. Only efficiency here.
So did Lucius obviously said that he would give Theodore the notes, correct?
Yes, he was sharing his research with you and then gave a quick rundown to the other two as they came in.
Right, perfect. So
hold one moment, though.
Is this better? I've slightly boosted the volume.
You've definitely boosted the volume. You were much louder.
Right, turn it down again.
Well, let's bring up Adelyn's character sheet.
Oh no, I ain't being brought up.
Adelyn, you may try a medicine check. Or an arcana. You can do one or the other, but tell me what you're trying.
Can I attempt to assist?
Only if she's doing the arcana check.
Well, I was told it seemed like it should be magic, so yeah, I would go that direction.
I will assist.
Go for it.
Right.
Not a good assistance.
Adelyn succeeds on her own. Adelyn, these are not usual battlefield circumstances that will be causing these kinds of injuries. The weapon impacts and stab wounds, yes, absolutely. However, the descriptions of the infections that are taking place shouldn't be happening. These are the kinds of things that happen to people who have been laying in the field untreated for days, and that's not the circumstance here. It seems that these men are being inflicted either with diseased and intentionally poisoned weapons, or there is magic at play causing these injuries to happen. Vile just disappeared, so I wonder where he went. Hopefully he's not out for the day, and we're down to 3.
That would be unfortunate.
I'll have to fill in for him, even though I don't like doing that.
He will be first to die as the meatbag.
I don't like killing AFK characters, that sucks.
Such is the fate of those who are away from keyboard.
I mean, seems like
the perfect attraction.
Adelyn, do you share your surmisings with everyone, or do you keep it to yourself?
I would share. I mean,
RP in game. You're gonna talk whether you want to or not.
Yes, you're gonna do me like this. I would.
Everyone gets dirt.
I would say that from the information given, it does sound like it's some type of magical malady. I would also say that I wouldn't be sure how it could be afflicted because that's not exactly my school of magic.
Vile, you're back.
What school do you believe it to be then? There is only 4 disciplines. So which one?
Creation, entropy, spirit. What's the last school?
If we're going with the Pathfinder schools, divine, primal, occult, arcane.
Oh, I was
This is
thinking,
a circle mage who's going to think of it in the definitions of the circle.
This is fair.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of the last. Trying to think of the last school in the circle. Well, it's definitely some type of entropic force. I could say that at least.
Necromancy.
To make somebody sick and wear them down.
This is the school of entropy.
Can it spread? Because if so, then you need to put them down. If not cured. That's
You can't be serious. Just killing people.
If they're going to spread disease, yes.
It seems only logical.
This is a simple tactical ploy that any army would use, especially one that has a superior advantage numerically. Spread disease, whittle them down. They're hoping to play on your morality that you want to save them.
That being said, we do not yet know.
Correct. So
perhaps we should investigate.
Of course,
we have nothing else to do.
I just bite my lip at these comments.
I'm just going to go towards the medical camp. We have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
We're wasting time. This seems senseless.
But aren't we waiting for that Duncan?
The express command that we were given is not to leave Ostagar. We are not violating these commands.
I would look at Lucius, who is currently head deep in contemplation, and then follow suit after a moment.
What are you all doing?
I'm going towards the medical tent where there's people dying.
Vile, you returned?
Yes, back.
Yeah, I'm loading back up. Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. You unfortunately died. The disease spread to you.
So. Yeah, roll a new character.
Sorry about that, man. We tried.
You were sacrificed for better RNG for the rest of the party.
You said you were old, dude. We didn't think you were that old. We were going to die of disease.
Vile, Lucius shared his findings with everyone else about how the injuries happening here are unnatural. Evelyn surmised that this is magic at work, and everyone has decided to return to your tent to further examine and learn.
Okay.
Evelyn is clearly skilled in healing as well, but is a magic practitioner, which is handy to know.
A mage, okay.
We return to the camp, where the particularly terrified assistant is like, "Oh God, there's so many people," but sees Lucius there. Oh, you're back, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, she was looking for you. I see she found you.
Yes. Did anyone come by that needed medical attention while I was gone?
Thankfully, we haven't had anyone new. Okay. Everyone has been stabilized and is okay for now, but none of them are conscious.
Okay. Let's go over to... I'll look over for one of the patients that I can recognize on site that probably had some of the more grievous wounds. Might be
the
a better
one who
study.
was the most beat up is barely alive even after your practice. He took 2 blunt hits to the head. He may have permanent brain damage, a broken leg, and several slash marks across his chest. It is miraculous that he's alive. The infections have been stabilized but not cured.
Shall I attempt healing magic?
Lucius, you're the doctor. If anything happens on that man, it's your ass.
Kind of look up at the large one. Wait, you're a magic user?
Yes.
You don't
as
look
I
like a
have
mage.
said. I am wearing a robe, am I not?
That's your ex. I'm clearly a doctor. See this robe?
I
Okay.
sit here with
If
my
you do
height
not
armor.
believe me, I can just... And I conjure up a light.
Okay. Let's start on one of these, the minor injury. Let's start with the leg.
His left knee has been shattered. He will never walk again for sure.
The restoration of the leg exceeds my capabilities, though I cannot speak for the other healer present. But we can make sure that the pain is eased and the wounds are closed. I am going to use Hymn of Healing and start chanting in Kunlat about how he shall be healed by the glory of the prophet.
I start twitching.
Does Theo know Kunlap?
I know the language, yes.
Theo, you instantly figure out who this man is after your suspicions have been clearly confirmed. This man is chanting the Kun.
Instinctively, my hand would normally go for my sword, but
Please murder somebody in the tent.
Knowing the situation and why I'm here, I restrain myself from taking such action.
Anyway, the dear man here will gain fast healing and effectively 16 hit points, I believe. 8 temporary and 8 actual hit points. So you should be regaining some of his vitality.
His struggling breathing seems to stabilize a bit, though he was already treated by medical professionals. He wasn't bleeding in any way. His sleep does seem to ease. All the men here have been properly treated. None of them are going to die on the bed.
I have nothing else to do. My magic can be recharged. I would be willing to treat these people if you like.
I'm going to approach Lucius and say, this disease, or whatever they're dying by, can it be spread to people who are not?
Is it infectious?
Yes.
That is a medicine check for anyone who have it. Or nature.
I think both of those are equally horrible for me.
You can only roll one.
I will...
Natural 20! Whoa, 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 whoa! Sorry.
Everyone who wants to roll, let him finish. Is anyone rolling nature?
Nope. Not my field of knowledge.
Nope. Ashkato ain't got an idea.
Nope. Not my field.
If you have multiple options, if your character can do multiple, you can only do one.
Yeah, I'm in hindsight, I should have done nature, but I forgot I was trained in it.
All right, so Evelyn is getting an idea what this is. Looks like it comes from generally insect bites carry this from like swampy area, things with a lot of dead wood, dead animals. Lucius, now it is on your 8th look at this. You've walked away from the operating table and come back with a fresh set of eyes. You finally figure out exactly what this is. This is a disease known as black blood. It is carried through swamp insects, and often certain types of insects will lay eggs in a body, and the body will normally fight this as it should. However, any of them that grow faster than the immune system can stop, it starts to spread microbes in a person's blood. This will eventually get behind someone's eyes and permanently destroy their vision. This is not infectious unless by direct blood transfer. So someone takes a bleeding hit and it sprays into somebody's mouth or eyes is the only known transmission other than insects carrying it. With that information, this is definitely not something that would naturally occur where you are.
Looks like the light just came on for Lucius. Wait a minute.
Whose character disappeared?
Nobody's.
Oh, but it's my second account joining, so I can try and hear the music if it's even playing.
Oh, you two were like standing on top of each other. That's why. Someone's
somebody-
token vanished.
I'm about to say somebody moved my token. Okay.
This is how? This is black blood.
Hmm.
To answer your question, it could possibly be passed. It's essentially by blood. So if he were to explode and spray in your mouth or your eyes or something in an open wound of yours, but this is not something that would be located here.
Hmm. So effectively a non-issue as far as the soldiers are concerned. It will
No,
not
it's
spread.
it's going to be an issue because if any of these people who've been infected with this go out back on the battlefield, if they're capable, and then in battle, their blood would to get into their comrades, it will spread. However, the problem is that this is usually through insects that lay eggs or something, and the body might fight it off, but if not, it's going to spread through their body, and eventually it will blind them.
These people are not combat ready yet, are they? So they will not
No.
partake in the next battle anyway.
No, most of these, they will never fight again.
Then I see no issue. They will heal in time and will regain what little remains of their physical capability. No reason to kill them.
No,
A
but
waste, if anything.
Would
this infection needs to be cured, though.
would conventional healing magic actually work, or would I need like a cure disease spell or something like that for this?
Healing magic will heal the damage it does to their bodies, but curing the disease is not just healing. That requires medical treatment or a spell to eliminate the disease. Just healing HP is not going to solve it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
So, are all these people are they going to be able to have some sort of life after this?
Well, they will live. It's a question of what type of life, because if this infection doesn't get taken care of, if they can't fight it off, then they will end up blind. And going back into society, they could risk down the line spreading it.
Their officers should be informed. It is their decision to make.
Okay, well then, somebody go inform them, or wait. I'll snap at at my assistant.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
He is so nervous.
Tell the commander, whoever is commanding the scouting team, since this is where they came from, update them with what we've just discussed, but make sure to mention that I'm looking into how to eradicate this.
Yes, sir.
But the soldiers need to be aware of whatever is out there, of what's going on, and take measures to, if they get in battle, they get cut, they start bleeding all over the place, to be cautious with one another.
Yes, sir. I'll let him know. He is gone. The dude is on a dead sprint out the front of the tent. Dude needs a lot less sugar.
Stress.
Evelyn and Ash, both of you give me perception checks.
Okay. Better for once.
Stop rolling good. This is gonna stop me.
Using up all the good rolls out of combat. Yeah.
I haven't used my good ones yet, so I'm fine.
Fucking 22, 21, 25. God damn it.
Everyone else has their eyes on the men on the operating tables, trying to surmise an answer to this. Evelyn, in her constant worry and uncomfortableness, is still wandering around near the front door, and you catch out the corner of your eye that Warden seems to have come back. He is heading towards the campfire where you guys were at one point.
I would turn my attention into the tent, and I'd be Duncan is back.
Hmm.
He.
Well, I'm gonna walk there now.
I'm about to say I'm just like pointing in that direction, but I'm not sure what to say.
I'm just gonna walk there. There's no reason.
Ash
to
just takes off without a word.
I'm gonna wait till it's just Lucius and myself.
Well, is Evelyn staying here or is she leaving?
I would follow Ash. I would kind of detect the not wanted, and I would leave.
Not wanted.
It's exactly the look Theo through you.
Wow.
Be gone, witch! Wow. Your presence is not desired here.
Theo casts a level 5 Begone thought.
I'm about to say he cast Begone Thought, and I fail my thoughtery save. Even though I was a thought.
Wearing too much armor, you get a penalty to your thought save.
You would think that would improve my thought save.
Lucius, are you okay if I just look over these notes and I will give you them back in due time? Just
yeah,
that's
fine.
As a warrior, I'd like to understand what could best happen when I'm on the front lines and how to possibly avoid this. But you'll get them back in a day or two. But I really appreciate that.
Yep, that's fine.
And then I will head out to Duncan.
I am going to pore over any books that might be available to me, whether it's some of my own that I brought with me from home or maybe some that have been gathered since we've been here. See if I can find any information that might help combat this for the soldiers. You
were in a rush to get out of here and didn't quite know what to bring. So you're going to roll me a pure luck. Give me a D100. Did you grab the right books? God damn it, you know exactly where that book is, and it's right underneath your desk back home.
Damn it. Okay. Well, can't AT&T anybody, so...
You do have, as the camp doctor, you have the ability to requisition things. Though, it might take some time to get here if you want to try to buy a new copy.
Well, then that means I'll have to head off to Duncan, because I don't know how long my assistant's going to be.
You head south with everybody else, then.
If this was into winter, your assistant would be a lot more efficient. They'd be back by now.
Everyone returns with Lucius hauling ass to catch up. Excellent. I see you have all returned. It is as we have expected. The Darkspawn have been sighted and are massing to the south in the wildlands nearby. Although we are not yet sure if this is a true blight, there has been no spotting of the Archdemon yet. As of now, the strategy being shared is to coax the Darkspawn into charging our lines, where hopefully they will be broken upon the walls of the fortress. However, in preparation for this, there are things that we must do before we run out of time to try to do them. All of you here have been assigned to me by my request. We have a task that needs to be accomplished. He's looking to see if anyone's going to try to back out. Is anybody going to protest that you've been voluntold to join the Warden?
Or to actually join the Wardens?
No, but to do as Duncan is tasking you to do.
Oh no, he's paying me, so yeah, man, I'm not going to protest.
Duncan has not told any of you that you are joining the Wardens, just that you are assigned to him for now.
Yeah, I mean, I was under that impression, so...
He recruited me, I follow him.
Not all of you are here because of Duncan.
I'm about to say, my life has been a train wreck of getting voluntold, so...
It's nothing new to you.
Yeah, the last time I didn't do something... I imagine I probably got my ass beat by a Templar.
Templars are not a joke. So no one is protesting this.
No, Eric. We're not protesting.
No.
Okay. Everyone is okay with getting voluntold. Duncan notices that there is no resistance to this. The four of you will be traveling into the wilderness to the south before the Darkspawn arrive. You will only have a few hours to accomplish a few things. Some distance to the south is going to be a ruined landing that used to belong to the Wardens in generations past. Hopefully inside there will be a chest somewhere containing some important documents. These need to be secured and brought to me, whatever you can find. In addition, if you encounter any of the Darkspawn, which I believe you will, he hands out 5 vials, one to each of you and a second one to Ash just because he's standing nearby. I need all of these filled with samples of Darkspawn blood and returned to me. In case you are not aware, the substance is extremely poisonous. Do not allow it to contact your body, in particular, your eyes or your mouth. Are these instructions clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. I suppose you have 3 to 4 hours before it starts getting dark. I strongly recommend you return before you run out of time.
Before we head out, I'm going to address Duncan and say, is there anyone else around this camp that might need some assistance while we're out in the forest? We had quite a lot of scouting parties not meeting a great end.
There have been many scouts sent out that have not returned, either on their own or carried by their compatriots. If you find any survivors, do your best to bring them here, but do not jeopardize your mission. It is more important than their lives.
Fair enough.
I believe the kennel master was also looking for anyone going out there, though. That is not your responsibility.
Where is he?
Across the bridge, and then to the north. But don't spend too much time. We only have a few hours before nightfall.
Perfect. I am going to go up to the elf and hand the elf my vial and say, you seem to be trained in medicine. I've got fumbly hands. Probably better that I don't pick up dark.
Where did Ash go? Did Ash just leave?
Ash is waiting in front of the gate. He's been given his orders. Anyone who's being a pussy and wasting time is up to their own.
Ash just walked the fuck away like, fuck you guys. I'll do it myself.
No, I've been given orders. I'm sorry.
Oh, Evelyn, do you take the vials?
I suppose, yes, I would take the vials.
And if you can inform Lucius and Ashenok as well that I'm going to see the kennel master. I will be with you all momentarily. And I will make due haste to the kennel master.
Yeah,
I'm already off.
I would sign defeat and I would go and join Ash and Lucius. And I would share the knowledge that he went to go see the kennel master.
Mm-hmm. How long will this take?
He ignored me when I started to ask. So
we have a few hours. If he takes more than 30 minutes, we should depart.
I hope he doesn't take that long.
All right, the three of you. Are you going to head outside and let Theo catch up, or are you going to wait at the gate?
30 minutes. That is how much he has. I believe this to be reasonable.
I guess we're waiting.
All right. The three of you are going to hold by the gate and give Theo half an hour. Theo, since you're the loner, what are you doing?
Kennel master, man. With Swift.
You find, as you walk to the other end of the camp, which you haven't visited as much, though you do hear the barking of dogs to the north, and it smells even more like Ferelden than anywhere else you've been.
Yeah.
You find a soldier who looks like an older man. Seems to be the only guy working here.
I will approach him and say, "Are you the Kennel Master?"
I am. Well met.
I hear that you may need some help.
Oh, are you with that warden guy?
You can say that, yeah. I am working under his employment for the
I
time
was
being.
hearing you might be taking off into the wilds soon. Is that true?
Yes, we are going out there right now.
I was hoping if you could keep an eye out for a particular kind of flower while you're there, and to bring me any.
Yeah, what does it look like?
He goes through his books and he rips a page out and he hands it to you. It's known as elf root. If you can find a few samples and bring them back to me. Some of the dogs took a bite out of some darkspawn, but if they're not treated, I think they might die.
Theo twitches at the name called Elfroot.
It should be called Poor Root.
Okay, and what is the best way to harvest this plant? I assume just ripping it out isn't going to do the job.
No, as long as you don't take hours to come back. The petals in particular are the most valuable part if you can't take the whole thing.
Sorted. I take it I'll get paid for this.
Yeah, I've got some petty cash nearby that I don't have access to. If you can bring some and hopefully the dogs will survive, I can spare you what I can.
So Theo's genuinely curious because I imagine I've heard all these stories about Minbari hounds before. Like,
yes, you have. And as you look to your left, there are, service dogs that you've seen. And often their own kennels are monstrously sized dogs. They are the size of small horses. They look like they probably weigh 300 or 400 pounds, and you would not fuck with one of these. These must be the legendary Ferelden Mabari. And a couple of them are running around doing dog things, and two of them are just laying on the ground, barely breathing.
Theo will look at the majestic beans, which is a choice words to use because he never thought he would view a beast in such a way. Like I've always kind of like forgetting.
Give me a raw.
Oh fuck! I don't know about that. No, I don't want to open up my Hotmail.
Hotmail?
Yeah. Yay!
Theo is looking for hot, desirable Elysian noblewomen.
You have heard a lot of myths that the Tevinter obviously use just to glorify themselves. You know the difference between actual history and propaganda. You have heard that the Mabari were actually a creation of the Tevinters used to fight the Ferelden barbarians many generations ago. Though you aren't sure if this is actually history or not. This might have just been a made-up legend that carried on through the ages.
I kind of like forgetting the Kennel Master's there, but also kind of like addressing himself and people and what he assumed the people be around him. But I thought I heard stories that these creatures were created by my people and to fight the barbarians of this land hundreds of years ago. Is that true, or for at once I'm at a disadvantage? Can you shine some light on this?
He seems very confused. I'm not really sure what you're referring to.
The Minbari house?
He doesn't know you're Tevinter, for one.
I am from Tevinter. Yes, woo! I'm going to eat your babies. That yeah.
I don't really care if you're here to help serve.
Perfect.
I don't know if he knows this. He's going to roll a wisdom check.
I hope a Kennel Master would.
He's very skilled, but unfortunately not very intelligent. I don't really know what you're referring to, sir. I'm sorry.
So rumors are true then. That's fine. Take one last look at the...
Rumors are true. The Fereldeners are stupid.
Can I take one last look at the beast? Just seems like a worthwhile tool to be used, and then head back to the gate.
All right. The rest of you see that Theo returns on his way at a fairly brisk pace. You find the others gathered up at the gate, ready to go out, waiting for you.
One quick thing I would have done before, while he was at the Kennel Master, I would have checked back in at the tent to see if my assistant was back to let him know, hey, you're going to have to hold this down for a while.
He's got it.
Okay.
Was the business with the Kennel Master conclusive?
Yes, the beasts of burdens, 2 of them seem to be injured through to Darkspawn blood. He has asked me to pick up some form of a root that will help them, supposedly. And there will be money involved, so...
What route do these hounds require, so we may look out for them?
Theo kind of twitches again. Elf root.
A weird naming convention to name a plant after a race.
Yes. Let's not linger on that. Are we ready?
Yep.
You guys are ready to head out?
We should go.
Okay.
I give a slight nod, laughing in the back of my head that it's called elf root, and how proud that kind of makes me feel on a small level.
All right, everyone. We are ready to go outside. At this point, I'm going to call a 5-minute potty break. So be back in 5.
Don't you
Alrighty.
Don't you worry.
Time to get my alcohol.
We will destroy all the elf fruit in the land. That is Theo's goal.
We will pillage it and then sell it to the elves for profit.
The city elves would probably take the bait, says the city elf.
By the way, right, just to say in advance, if you don't know the Dragon Age lore, I'm not just being a douchebag for being a douchebag's sake. I'm sure you'll find out in time why my character he's the way he is towards certain races, if you don't already know about the Taverna.
I know a few things. Guilty to say, I'm not familiar with Dragon Age's lore on a grand scale.
No, listen, dude, it's completely fine. It's just more, sometimes being that kind of cold character. Because you're new, I think you're one of the new players to it as well. I'm not wanting, obviously, you kind of feel like, I don't know, bad in a way. It's just Leon will tell you and Eric will tell you, I get very in the role and think I'm an actor, which I'm really not because I'm really shit, but I get really into the role play of it. So if my character doesn't like certain people and that's how he was brought up, he's going to betray that in certain ways.
Oh, that is completely fine. I'm not going to take any personal offense to you playing your character.
Perfect.
I'm playing a nervous Reich character right now, so it is easy for it to probably seem like I am actually nervous, but I'm generally okay with the exception that I have no fucking idea on how to play Pathfinder.
As I like to joke, I call it Pathfinder. But supposedly second D is a lot more easier to understand and it's a lot better. So
the action economy stuff is a lot better. That was the big thing that made me excited about Pathfinder 2, because otherwise it's almost the same as Pathfinder 1.
So yeah, I have no idea. Like, I know you have certain actions. I don't know how many actions a turn and stuff like you get. I imagine, obviously, Eric will explain that, but
you have 3 actions a turn that can be spent on performing any particular action. In particular, weapon movement is 1 action, so you can move up to 3 times a turn. Weapon attacks are 1 action, so you can attack up to 3 times a turn. And spell casting is usually 2 actions, but can vary between 1 and 3.
Cool.
That's generally how action economy applies for everything, unless the DM gives you a specified situation, like you're trying to lift something really heavy, and you're going to have to put all 3 of your actions into actually moving the object.
Yeah, I would not be lifting anything heavy.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's why I like it, though, because that is fairly easy to understand, and it helps a lot of people get into D&D. Get into role-playing games in general. Although on the other end, if you're somebody that's used to complicated, it's confusing in simplicity.
Oh, I did see the last game that we had with Eric and Magic the Gathering. Like, he literally, like Leon will tell you, and Eric, I rant and rave about this. Like I played a cleric, Macias, and honestly, I was so enthralled with it that I remember one time we were role playing, and I was literally on my knees, like while like role playing, like as if I was actually Macias for a quick second. I was like, what am I doing? So that's like how heavily involved I was with it. But I'm going to quickly jump to the toilet, but I will be right back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Macias was a
I
great
think
character.
we're
I'm just back.
seeing fire. Chaos was a great character.
Yeah,
I took a lot of pride in how much you love that character.
Oh man, I was just saying to Avalon there, like how that one time I was role playing, I was literally on my knees role playing as Macias, and I was like, what am I doing?
You are the kind of person that if you were to ever get into religion, I would not want to talk to you. Be a scary man.
Me?
You'd be that kind of extremist that believes the gospel truly and well.
I don't know. If it's D&D, then totally.
I think we're still waiting for Vile.
Well, what about football? Is that not your religion?
I mean, there's a few people in chat that will say it is, yeah.
Well, there you go. You have a religion, and
Okay.
I would not want to interfere with you and your religious rights.
I'll take you a football game when you come over one time, Leon. You'll love it.
Once the entire travel restrictions are over and I can actually travel again, I'd love to. Scotland's been on my list of things to visit, but sadly currently not possible.
I guess Scotland is a thing, isn't it?
Yes, it's a thing.
Whoa. Excuse me? Scotland is a thing? We've always been a thing, mother trucker. We are the best thing. We are better than America. That's how good a thing we are.
Honestly, I'll take that.
At me.
I'll accept that.
At me. Go at me. See what happens.
Hey, which country was it? Either the US or Scotland that actually declared independence from the UK? Which one was it?
Which one is currently losing its independence to mega corporations and getting fucked up the ass 50 hours?
See, the thing is,
All of them.
the main difference is, right, you've done it through violence, we done it through a diplomatic means. It just shows you how much more civilized we are.
Except you didn't vote for independence from the UK.
Didn't. I said we tried to.
So
all my Scottish people in chat are now talking Scottish and like, cut him. Everyone wants me to
kill him!
Well, see, here's the beautiful thing. At least you have choice. They have two false choices presented as some.
This is not inaccurate.
Vile's back.
Yeah,
All right.
Vile was back, and Will just blew over him.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought we were still waiting for Vile. So everyone's back then.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, should I get the monotone votes again?
Weird non-violent methods. Yes.
Elfrit.
Time to
My
drain
goal,
my
my goal
emotions
is to
again.
destroy Elfrit.
Okay.
Is it like a nozzle to drain your emotions?
No, I just think about terrible things like taxes.
Your monotone German voice is actually slightly terrifying.
It's fantastic.
It puts me in the
I'm
mind. See the
sorry.
things for Mass Effect. I can't remember their name. What's the big monotone
The,
things?
the elephant things. I know what you're talking about.
Elcor.
Oh, the
Elcor.
Elcor. I loved interacting with the Elcor. They were fun.
Leon's just an Elcor. That's all he is.
Oh God, Eric, let me play an Elcor.
With mild bemusement. That
I
was
mean, hey, Violet,
particularly rude.
Vile, if we ever need a fifth.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get an elk. We can get a tranquil character.
Oh God, yes, let me.
Yes. Get
I
a
will-
tranquil. Get a tranquil rogue.
I am
A
sorry.
tranquil monk. That would be amazing.
Sounds
Yo,
like a worse than
If
death.
I die, I'll come back as a tranquil monk.
All right, so everyone has returned. You guys venture out into the wilderness. It is about a 20-minute to a half an hour journey as you leave the fortress grounds to get back to where the forest has grown and spirals out into nowhere. It is so dense here, it is getting very dark as you approach the wilderness. The air feels cooler than normal and very wet. We are going to transition the map page. If you guys are staring at darkness, look to the top left of the map and you should see yourselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Step me to grid. There we go. I am the snap to grid. So
I see that we have been terribly blinded.
It is very dark here, so your moves need to be meticulous.
Who's the most armored?
Most likely you.
That is not.
I see where this is going.
Where are we headed?
Right, so we need to.
You guys are now in the very dense wilderness. You have two objectives to achieve. Unfortunately, you don't really have anywhere to go. There is a secondary objective of finding a couple copies of Elf Root, so if anyone has survival or nature, you could try it on occasion.
Importantly, I will start detecting magic. There's no reason not to.
All right?
Is yours as at will as mine is?
That is most likely correct.
The
Fun,
two
fun.
of you with Detect Magic, both of you give me an Arcana check.
Can I try occultism instead?
Yes.
Then I'll do occultism.
There we go.
Sorry, not my field of expertise.
I think I'm at. Do I feel like I'm worried about burning my rolls? I'm actually going to take assurance here, which is my proficiency plus the skill, so or no, actually, no, I won't. My assurance is not high enough.
Assurance is a great skill.
Later,
Yes.
once you have a few levels, it is really good.
Ash,
Yeah.
you
Actually,
both are putting you're sensing the air and you're feeling the air move around you, pulling for mana of any kind. Ash, you don't notice any. Evelyn, you do feel a very slight faraway ping coming from the southeast of you guys.
Okay, so since I'm new to this whole out in the wilds thing, guys, I can make a sunrod, but do we want that?
If we have light sources, you guys will see more as you travel.
I believe this would be misplaced. Light also makes us a target. We have been informed that there is Darkspawn.
Okay.
It's
I'm still-
it's still daytime, isn't it?
It is. You guys have about 3 hours before the sun starts coming down. But where you are is very dark because the woodland is very dense.
Perfect.
If the sun goes down while you guys are out here, it'll be blind dark.
Using what's this over here?
That is heavier woodline. You can move through it, but any of the intense woodline, you guys will have to pick your way through at a quarter of your normal speed.
But is it so? Is it trees? Like what is it?
It is trees, brush, anything you think of in a dense forest.
So what,
You can go through it, but much slower,
what I would like
and
to
your
do-
visibility will be greatly reduced.
What I would like to do then is, if I can, acrobatics up that, and then stealth, and if I could, you go along the tree lines.
You want to move through the tree lines.
Yes, I will say.
It's in the
Okay.
trees.
I will say to everyone, allow me to scout ahead.
Hmm.
I wouldn't even ask. I would just say I'm going to scout ahead.
It's just gonna go.
Ah, for fuck's sake!
Theo gets ready to. He puffs out his chest like, I'm going to show these nubs how to do this properly. Theo, you get about 10 feet into the wilderness and crack, you fall right on your face. Everyone hears some heavy underbrush as Theo cusses to himself.
I am sorry. Do you require assistance?
No,
Very well.
No, not from the
that sounded
Kunari.
painful.
I was about to say, do you? Okay. Everybody beat me to it.
I'm going to try again.
That was amazing. You're taking a -3 to that because you already failed. So you are slowly making your way through. At least this time you didn't fall on your face.
And then
Move 2 tiles to the west,
so
or to the east.
I would like to, if I can, if the branches are strong enough to be using that, so climbing up it and then using that if it's possible, and then moving through the tree lines at the top stealthily. So I'd then like to do a stealth roll.
That is a lot of acrobatics checks if you want to move through the tree line.
That's what I said. That's what I wanted to do initially. That's why I declared that I want to, with acrobatics, go up.
All right, give me one more check.
Oh.
Crash, 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 bang. Fuck! He is on his face again, and everyone giggles to themselves.
No. Giggling is unprofessional.
Giggling. No fun allowed.
I came out. I fucking hate trees.
What is he doing?
Trying to climb? I guess.
Hmm.
We are not making progress here.
Sure we are. We're just making progress in the wrong direction. Primarily directly into the ground.
It seems like Ash has decided, fuck it, I'm just going to start going south.
That's cool. I will.
I'm about to say, I will follow suit. I was under the-
Periodically, I'm going to use Read Aura and Detect Magic.
Okay, now, Ash, give me an occultism check.
Okay.
That's what you want to keep using, right?
Yep. We have an Arcana user. I have the occult.
I don't know if you can see pings on the map if they're in darkness, but you are pretty solid on. It is coming from this direction.
Magic to the southeast. I repeat, southeast 5 o'clock position.
I'll take out my rapier.
I spend the
Yes.
briefest moment trying to remember if we had clocks in the circle.
A short question from my end. What are your abilities during combat? I possess an array of magical spells to support and assist, as well as telekinetically projected daggers. I have been told they hurt.
My abilities? Oh, well, I have healing
For the
magic.
sake of coordination.
I only really have healing magic. Otherwise, I can magically enchant weapons.
I believe it would be best if you were to place these enchantments on Sir Theodore Humphrey Farquhar von Drake's weapons then.
I like this Kunari, man. He knows his place.
This Kunari's actually civilized.
I don't trust him, though. He's a Kunari spy.
He's clearly just trying to get in your good side. He's just waiting for you to go to sleep.
I would be happy to do that, but I'd prefer to wait until it's actually needed to be done. It doesn't last very long.
Stop. Everyone perception check.
What do my elf ears hear?
The same as everyone else, you racist motherfucker.
Oh god, am I the only one who's halfway paying attention? Holy shit, I am.
All right, Ash is the only one who hears it. In this direction, what you don't hear shouts or movement, but you hear a high-pitched whistle, several of them, and you hear them smacking into something. It sounded like arrows, and then you hear heavy thuds on the ground.
I believe there is combat. Where is the location?
In this direction.
Can you
So
point us there?
northeast.
Shall we investigate and see if it is perhaps the scouts that were mentioned?
So we have two directions now. We think we may have heard combat to the northeast. Our magic users are sensing magic to the southeast.
It does not matter to me which direction we investigate first.
We go towards the combat.
Very well.
Okay.
Start going towards the combat.
Theo, the trees are calling you.
We can suck it.
Are we going to fight through the woodline, or are we going to try to go around it?
Or around it.
I about to say, couldn't we just go back around?
Yeah. Back this way.
We want to go north and then hopefully find a way to the east around it. That's what we're doing?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Since I heard combat, I'm actually drawing my... Oh. The darkness came in. I'm actually drawing my sword since we heard combat.
All of you can now hear the whistles of arrows and heavy thuds. Occasionally you hear the clang of weapons and shields, men shouting orders.
Well, we're definitely going in the right direction. Should I take the front?
Yes.
All right. Great sword out. I move to the front of the group. My great sword glowing dimly from the rune emblazoned on its blade.
You were going to say shaft there, weren't you?
No, I was gonna say pommel, and I'm like, no, it's not pommel. What the fuck am I thinking?
I mean, there can be runes on the pommel. I see no reason why they couldn't.
At this point, I'll make a perception check again to see if I can spot anybody.
Okay, go ahead. As you guys are picking your way through the wilderness, it is very slow traveling, but you raise your ear to the air trying to pinpoint the noises, but the noises have stopped. You guys only hear the birds and the movements of the wind through the trees.
I don't like this. Makes my skin crawl.
You guys are now moving through heavy wood lines, so visibility is going to be greatly reduced.
I'm going to keep a shield cantrip up.
Okay.
I would like to stealth.
All right, give me a stealth check. Theo finally takes advantage of the wood line instead of trying to dance through the fucking trees and is moving invisibly through the wood lines. Even you guys have lost sight of where he's gone.
Not a bad idea, but I'm too large for this place.
I just can't help but feel this little discomfort in the back of my head of like, this is how betrayals happen, right?
I've seen this on enough movies.
I've read about this in enough books.
All right, Ash, as you guys have moved south, we have arrived too late. You guys find 2 knighted men and apparently a person escorting them, a squire, have been riddled with arrows and have been bleeding on the ground for some time now. There is no movement from any of the men or the horses.
A shame, but such is the fate of soldiers. Do they have any symbols or the like? Anything that would identify them of a specific type?
Anyone that has society may roll society checks.
I am an expert.
Excellent.
Double
So is
check.
Lucius.
Yes, I have the society skill appropriate for somebody who's lived under a rock.
Ash, these are clearly uniformed men. They were trained soldiers. Lucius, the 2 men on horseback are wearing heraldry of Highever.
Highever. Huh, okay.
If you guys want to examine the bodies of any kind, anyone who has a medicine check may try.
I will instead try to detect magic, see if there's anything important here.
One thing at a time.
Of course.
We have a 17 and a 14. Anyone else doing medicine check?
I'm just staying stealthily in the use.
Theo, give me a perception.
Give me a perception.
Oh. You are watching the woodline to your south. So far, no movement. 2, checking the bodies. You are both noticing that these 3 men and the 2 horses have been riddled with arrows. However, arrows tend to plug the hole they land in. There's not a lot of blood usually. All of these targets are bleeding very heavily for people that were shot to death by arrows. It's unusual.
I'm going to yank out one of the arrows and inspect it.
Ouch. Strength check.
Athletics?
Yeah, I could do that. That's waiting on Lucius.
Sorry, you cut out. I didn't hear you.
Oh, you give me either a strength or an athletics check, your choice.
Oh.
You're trying to pull an arrow from the spot. It takes some effort.
Okay. It's a straight D20 then, I guess.
Not bad. Lucius is like, what the fuck am I doing? But just rips the thing free. And the arrows are unusual. Most arrows have serrated heads so that when they get in, they don't come out. These ones have almost a cone shape. They're intended to inflict a grievous entrance wound and then allow blood to flow, which usually arrows are not designed to do. These are of unusual make.
I will lift that up and show the rest of the party.
Most combat arrows are not made this way.
This seems to be synergizing with the idea of disease. If blood flows freely, it may be spread.
We're onto something. Theo.
Okay.
Yes.
This is very dishonorable. Whoever your enemy are using these kinds of tactics.
They're obviously
they are filthy.
Yeah, they're peasants.
You just think of how much dishonor it would be for you to die to this.
Now, is there anything in the area or anything that they carried that was magical or anything that seems valuable?
None of these men were carrying magical objects.
I'm going to search them to see if there's some sort of identifier or marker to be able to report back, like the equivalent of dog tags or something. I don't know.
Paperwork would also be important if they carried anything.
You guys search the bodies. The knights, you find their tags, their heraldry. The squire is unknown. We don't have any kind of identification for him other than he was clearly assigned to one of the 2 knights, considering how knights operate.
Okay.
The 2 knights' names were Aelin was one, and Javaskar was the other. These are very Highever type names. Why Knights of Highever are here is an odd question, but we don't have any answers to that.
Said hi ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making a note.
Hmm.
There's nothing more we can do for these bodies, and given this ambush was recent, we should probably keep moving.
Hmm.
I'm going to very carefully snap that arrow that I took in half and try and find a way to store it so I can provide this back at camp. This will be important for them to see.
Okay.
Do these knights and the squire still have their eyes open?
Why can't I seem to reveal terrain all of a sudden?
I don't know. You seem to be covering me.
I'm clicking reveal area. There it goes.
Now, did they have any important messages on them or anything valuable that would be returned with them? Or
Other
just
than
a
personal belongings and their equipment. Nothing else than that.
healing potions or something like it, maybe? They won't need it.
There are empty bottles laying around looking like they may have tried to heal themselves.
This is fair. But
Um,
if they have no important documentation that would need to be relayed, then there's no reason to stay.
Theo, are you still stealthed?
Oh yeah, baby.
Give me another stealth check.
to ask my question again, are their eyes still open?
All of them died with their eyes open.
I take a moment to close their eyes, since we can't take them with us.
Well, you can.
Wait,
You really
you
want
want you want to take their eyeballs out?
No, I close their eyes.
All right, just because you said you can't take them with us, I was like, whoa, okay.
Oh, you read
can-
it that way. No, of course not, asshole.
You can volunteer Ash to carry the horses.
He's really a blood mage.
Kill it.
I
He's
have,
now Dracul.
I have certain things I have to adhere to, such as respecting the dead, and it seems like the most respectful thing I can do in this moment. Not without putting a lot more time into this. After that, I would follow the rest of the party, or at least Ash, because he's the only one I see.
One last
Two-
question,
Okay.
just for the bodies. Do both the horses and the knights? I don't care too much about the squire. Does it look like they went down just from arrows, or were there any slash marks, or where they might have been cut?
Give me another medicine check. Unknown.
Okay. I'm not spending too much time. I'll keep going.
Our two magic sensitive characters are feeling that pull of mana now to your southwest.
Hmm. The magic has come from the southwest again. Do we avoid it or do we pursue it?
We're trying to find the Grey Warden fortress, right?
That is correct.
Is magic something normal to the Grey Wardens? I'm not all that familiar myself.
A building would not move.
But maybe there's stuff left there if it's old?
Yes, but this source of magic has moved, which is why I do not believe it to be a building.
Okay.
In any case, I believe we were also looking for these flowers for the Hunt Master or Hound Master.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to start looking around every now and then when we are just in a new area.
I had mentioned that when you guys got here, if you can occasionally give us survival or nature checks to look for the flowers you need.
There's nothing around here.
Lucius is absolutely sure that he's found it. Ash is pretty certain that he hasn't.
This is the wrong flower. This is poisonous. Feeding it to the dogs would murder them.
Lucius, you are looking at a flower on the ground and you're thinking that this man is daring questioning your many years of medical training.
Well, medical training and nature training is two different things.
True facts. Whose
Look
word
at
do
that.
we take?
Wait,
Did we find it or not?
poison?
If you do not believe me, eat a few leaves. You will find your tongue swelling. It will be very uncomfortable. Furthermore, this is not a root structure. This is a flower structure. We are looking for roots.
I guess that makes sense. I'm gonna pocket it and we'll keep it.
Okay.
We'll find another sample and compare.
Hmm.
Because science.
Everyone
Yeah.
gives me a perception check.
Yes.
Theo, you're going to give me a stealth check. Evelyn and Ash will notice that Theo is moving north through the woodline.
Hmm. I suppose we should follow him.
Just
What?
Theo, you're being followed.
I love the idea of that. You just stride into the trees,
Nope.
completely destroying the concept of stealth.
Crack, crack, rustle, rustle, rustle. Theo, you are not sneaking away. You notice that you have confused your teammates who are trying to follow you into the woods line.
I will go around the wood line.
Okay.
Hmm.
My first instinct is not to lead, but I'm the most well armored of this gaggle.
Ash catches Theo as he moves out of the wood line.
Hmm. No flowers here, no wooden fortress either.
Where are you guys going? Theo's
just-
I don't-
trying to get away from Ash.
I don't plan on wading through trees.
Hmm. We are trying to locate flowers, but very well.
I stop and I turn around. Like,
Didn't you say we were looking for a root?
Elf.
Hey, there's Theo.
yeah? Yeah. Yes. He said elf fruit.
The pull of magic is getting very strong to the south of you guys.
Hmm.
Whatever it is, you're sensing you're getting close to it.
Well,
I start walking back the other way because I'm not cutting through trees.
Everyone perception.
another one. Okay.
Fuck's sake. A good roll followed by garbage.
Ash and Theo, you are certain that you are being watched by something to your guys' west. Lucius and Evelyn are, ho, 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 look at all the trees.
Hmm. Magic to the south, things to the west.
Huh?
Things to the west, things are watching us. I do not know what.
I'm
I'm just going to draw my weapons.
Not a bad call.
about to say, I haven't put my great sword away. It's part of the reason I don't want to wade through trees. That's how you get your sword stuck.
Also a good call.
I have daggers. I don't have to worry about that.
Everyone has frozen in place. Now everyone's like, fuck, I don't want to go by myself.
So I'm
Fuck
gonna,
it.
Alright, stop.
I'm gonna whisper.
I'm about to say,
I want to whisper to. I realised that my mic was muted. I wanted to whisper,
No, there you
whisper
are.
to Ash and say, "Shh, let the
Very well.
For those of you wandering around, please do not walk into the pitch darkness.
do it,
Things are on the map for a reason.
do it."
not intentional.
I know. Okay, we think we may have found the source of the magic. We find a clearing with a circular growth of bushes, which is very, very suspect. Our magic users, there is something very, very not natural about this at all. Our non-magic users, there's no way that occurs naturally. Someone had to plant it that way.
Okay.
Those of you who have arcane or occult, let's get a check.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot Lucius has occult.
Oh my god, then he blows it the fuck out of the water.
Nope. This is not my knowledge.
Ash, you are certain that this is a summoning circle and that it is currently active.
Hmm.
Evelyn, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Hmm.
Lucius, this is a gathering point. This is a focus that, if disturbed, causes something somewhere else to happen.
Hmm.
A summoning circle of some kind, I believe. It seems active.
I'll move over to you guys and relay that. There's some sort of ritual attached to this. If we disturb this circle, then it's going to trigger an effect, but I don't know where.
Hmm.
Eric, could I do a society check? Hence, I'm from Tevinter, and I know through society that we do summon a few things. Obviously, not to the common knowledge of the commoners; they don't know that. But
I can't allow you to use society to circumvent everyone else's skill checks. No. Everyone has a purpose. Every skill is valuable.
Besides law underwater basket weaving, this will never
If
be.
there are certain things that are related to the Tevinter's magical practices, I'll tell you then. Though this isn't one of those cases.
Fair enough.
What are we doing? Are we going to leave it? Are we going to fuck with it? Are we going to study it more?
What magical tradition does it have? I'm going to read aura on it. Or more specifically, what school of magic does it belong to? I'm guessing conjuration, as I am of the firm belief that it is summoning.
This is of the spirit type of teaching.
Spirit magic.
So let's just understand this. We're out here. The forest is infested by darkspawn, and we find this magical circle of bushes that are summoning things. I, for one, believe we should fuck with it.
I do not know the traditions of magic that the Darkspawn employ. I will defer to somebody else's judgment on this.
I'll poke Evelyn. Well, you're a mage too, right? What do you think?
Spirit magic.
You're going to have to go on your own intuition on this because you failed the check, Evelyn. I can't give you any more.
Yeah. Spirit magic is the understanding of invisible energies that surround us at all times, yet are outside the concepts of nature. I don't know if summoning is something that would be done in that form of magic.
I'm going to get a little bit closer while they're kind of theorizing, and I'm going to examine the trees to see if there's any markings or sigils, runes, anything like that that might help indicate or help them identify this.
Okay, give me a nature check.
I am a bit more inclined to believe Gaius' claim.
Lucius, you are noticing in the very heavy bush lines that you've been picking through, the trees around this area look particularly withered.
Hey, look at this. I'll point out one of the trees, how it looks like it's withered. Now, these trees over here are fine, but look at this. And then you see the bush line here. Now, if these were withered, so should these, if this was natural. Is this sucking the energy off of this? The force or its life?
Let us check. Is there a mana transfer from the left to the right? Can this be seen?
Since you have already failed the check, it's going to take you some time to study it. How much time do you guys want to invest in this?
You have 3 hours, remember? I just say...
Yeah, we've had too many failures for me to give you more information without you guys stopping and camping for a little bit.
Why don't we just disrupt it? This forest...
Just fuck with it. It'll work.
This forest is clearly not owned by ourselves. We've just seen 2 dead knights and a squire. this is clearly not of our own design or anybody else's. So why the hell would we do this? So I would say, whatever this is feeling, I would say we fuck with it.
This is reasonable. Are there any other known magical practitioners in the area who we may be upsetting?
V?
Yes.
I know this probably isn't going to lead anywhere, but just from the sanity of my mind, I would actually like to do an elven lore check on if any of these types of rituals are common and maybe Dalish elven magic.
I've been sitting on that for ages, just wanting to point out that you were an elf to do something, but I didn't want to.
Yes, you may attempt an elven lore check.
I about to say I don't interrupt people. That's why I haven't said anything.
Oh, I'm to Vinter. I totally do.
Evelyn, you are going back in some of the tales you've heard in your head, some of the more outlandish books. This kind of circle clearly is unnatural, and if you're drawing any conclusions from this, is often these are focal points marked out by the Dalish to a point where spirits are known to come through.
I would share that knowledge that this could be a crossover point for spirits.
Well, that's not good, is it?
No,
but they don't.
Generally, is not.
They don't take. They don't take life though from the other nature. That doesn't make sense.
This is correct. I am now standing on the side of we should fuck with it.
Well, on the off chance that this brings something here, how about we go try and complete our instead of wasting more time on this? Because if we have to come back this way, we can always mess with it later.
This is true.
Because if we have to face Darkspawn, I would rather we conserve our health for that.
This is fair. We can return and then mess with it.
As long as it's spirits and not demons, it should be fine. Though I'm not so convinced it's not demons.
By the way, I would try to at least keep a map of how we have been traveling. Because, it seems reasonable.
I mean, if you're worried about directions, I can just cast no direction and know where we are. Well, I know which way is north.
This is not very helpful in the wilds. At least not on its own.
It's a substantially better start.
Point taken.
I actually pull out I pull out my book really quick, Ink and Quill. I'm going to cast no direction, mark the direction of north on my paper, and then I'm going to draw a circle on the center of the paper, just kind of denoting this area.
Anyway, it is time to move.
Yes.
Let's just explore this side and then move onwards when we get back to the border.
Side? You say that like we're in a box or something.
No.
The
terrain does change eventually.
No metagaming, fucker.
Besides, we were watched from the west, not the east. I would like to know who it was. It may be Darkspawn. We may as well not be ambushed. Theodore Farquhar von Drac, do you wish to remain behind?
I'm just keeping at a distance.
That is a perception from everyone.
Somebody else do it for once.
Lucius, you're sure you see more knights to the north?
Huh? Hey, look!
Everyone else doesn't see shit. Your guys' rolls suck today. Man. Lucius is just running off to the north. He's clearly old and needs his pudding.
I'm gonna quickly go running after him.
Okay, everyone give me another perception check.
I would like to stealthily do this because I don't really trust, obviously, what's happening. I'd like to go into stealth.
Okay.
What is my fucking dying?
Fucking hell.
God, this is killing me.
Okay, well, Theo, you see or sense something is watching you guys, this time from the east. The rest of you run after Lucius, who seemed really determined to find something, who now looks very confused.
What, the 21 doesn't do anything? Rude.
You notice that Theo has been holding back.
Lucius, there does not seem to be anything to the north. Let's not waste any more time.
Yes, you're right. But I could have sworn I saw some knights over here.
We're being watched from the east.
We would have heard them.
So now the east.
Whatever's watching us is just circling us, right?
Yes.
I mean, it
Let's
doesn't
just
do any good.
I lean into the two of you by me once you mention that it's circling. Does that mean it's maybe in the air as I look up?
I don't know. Let's not find out.
I take out that.
Agreed.
I take out that photo as well, the page, Eric. Do I see any of those plants around?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I take out that page the Kennel Master ripped out. Is there any of those plants around?
Yes, you find one.
Where?
You don't have to do a check because you have a drawing of it, which you didn't share with anybody else.
Yeah, I know. Did you don't need to tell me that? I know.
I know I'm an asshole.
Theo, you find one particularly healthy-looking flower.
Perfect. I will take it out as instructed from the Kennel Master. Well, keeping
you
the
take your time
petals.
with it and you gently pull it from the ground so it breaks and none of the petals are disturbed.
Perfect. Place it in my backpack and move on. I will inform everyone that I've got what the medicinal herbs that the Kennel Master was after.
RP in game.
That's what I'm saying. I am informing everyone that I have the medicinal herbs that
Theo actually talks like that.
He speaks in the royal we, peasant.
Tool.
The royal we exists for the better people.
Listen, I was speaking to Vinter, right? So
Everyone is so tense because you know you're being followed but haven't found anything yet.
I mean, I'm not tense because of that.
You're finding more heavy woodline here.
why don't we just go to the east? I've said we've been watched from the east. Let's just go in the direction we've been watched from. The thing, whatever it is, clearly know we're here. Why not just confront it?
Very well.
Because it's been avoiding us?
Oh, wait. Are Darkspawn known to avoid combat? I don't think their reputation implies it.
No one here is an expert on Darkspawn in any way.
Being from Tevinter, really?
Darkspawn? No.
I mean, out of game, lore-wise, I think I would have had some form of education around it.
Everyone would have had some kind of historical knowledge of the Darkspawn. But the last time Tevinter was involved in the Darkspawn was hundreds of years ago. Everyone blames you for the Darkspawn. That doesn't mean you have special knowledge about them.
That's fair. You're just the Germany of this world.
Oh my god.
This is pretty accurate.
Am I being German enough yet, Leon?
No, you are not trying hard enough yet. You need to make sure that the elf is in a box and easily categorized. She needs to wear a symbol.
If you were truly being German, you'd recommend that Avalyn should scout in front of everyone.
Oh, I did. I did that at the start.
Yeah, to be fair, he did. And then Ash has just been like, this is too slow. I am going to wait.
Yes, because
That
you
was
are
awesome.
wasting precious daylight. You tools.
Fantastic. Ash, somewhere you sense that you are being mocked.
This is fine. They will die. I will live.
All right, everyone's going to give me another perception check as you move to the clearing.
That's life.
Can somebody
And
please
that's
fucking
death.
pass the goddamn perception? Holy shit.
I'm too busy getting. I'm just getting sassy, and then suddenly my perception check is bank.
Ash and Avalon, there is clear movements to your guys' east.
I would drop my volume and just specify movement. I saw something. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
I mean, I've had my greatsword at the ready. I will continue my readiness. Actually, I'm going to do a thing I'm bad at in stealth.
Oh god, here we go.
All right, give me a stealth check. Avalon attempts to sneak through the wood line. Crash, crash, bang. Fuck!
I'm trying to sneak, and I'm literally so bad at it that I keep clanging my greatsword on my shoulder pads.
You fall on your face
kinda
and
look-
eat some dirt.
I kind of look at Avalon. I thought elves are meant to be good at hiding.
I knew the racism was coming eventually.
I raise my head and give you a dirty look.
Hey,
And
racism is a key part of the Dragon Age series.
Is that because you have dirt on your face, or
She's camouflaged.
I mean, you did fall and
No,
you did
she is
fall in a
not
face full
properly
of dirt.
camouflaged. Would you like me to make you more camouflaged? I know some things about disguises. This is not adequate.
I am not fine. I am. God fucking. I
This is
just turn
great.
past him and I'm like, I'm gonna go stab something now.
You should calm yourself. Excess emotions are ineffective in combat.
Everyone's bagging on Evelyn. This is
Yeah,
great.
and being a fucking mannequin is so helpful.
Oh, the racism is so good right
I
now.
love how I started this, but I'm not. No one's throwing any shade at me. It's just so good.
He was like, look what I did. Now I'm just going to hide back here and let it go.
I know how to play the game. I know how to play this.
I know
Pay
what
no
makes
attention
me
to
feel
this.
better, and I know what can make me feel better, and it just happens to be bisecting people. Where's the nearest thing to bisect that I'm allowed to bisect?
I'll be over here.
All female
Okay.
violent.
Once again, everyone gives me a perception.
I'm suffering from my red rage right now.
Spoken like a true blood mage.
Hold 1 second. I have to counter roll. See if you guys spot it.
Theo doesn't roll.
Theo's rolling. Theo, waiting on your perception check.
A perception?
Yeah. Ooh. That movement, whatever it was, has clearly reacted to you. You guys can sense that there's more movement at a much faster pace in that direction. Whatever it was seems to have noticed you and is trying to move away.
I point out where the direction's coming from and say they're retreating. We must go with haste.
I mean, you're really far away, so pointing a direction gives us exactly no help.
I shout.
Well, now they definitely know we know that they're running.
Well, they're reacting to us.
What do you say?
I say, whatever it is reacting to our movement. It is retreating when we move forward. So be aware they may be luring us into a trap.
This seems reasonable.
Well, we won't know unless we start getting shot with arrows. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue moving at a brisker pace because I'm starting to get fed up with this circle jerk and being made fun of.
I believe that stopping your reactions would help.
Stopping my reactions?
Yes. I have been led to believe that humor can be killed by stopping to react. People seek out reactions, is that not true?
Oh, no, you don't seem to seek out a reaction. Are you not a people?
Depends.
Not your kind of people.
Depends who you ask.
Everybody's a person. I have yet to be proven otherwise. Anyway.
Are we pushing into the wood line, or are we going to head south into the clearing? Or northeast into the clearing?
Boss, I was told they were going east, correct?
Whatever it was is to the east of you, yes.
Well, I'm trying to pursue that apparently, since we're committed to dealing with our follower. It's just I'm trying not to move faster than the fog of war. Even though if I were using actions, I would be like dashing at this point. Because the alternative is they're hiding in the trees, and like I said, I'm not going in there.
Everyone perception check.
And another one.
Nope. Yes!
I'm just...
This is fucking amazing.
I am busy chanting the coon to myself.
Okay.
Theodore starts twitching violently again.
Theo, still waiting on your perception check.
Oh shit, I keep forgetting, sorry. I'm so bad at rolling, I just assume you don't want me to roll.
2 21s, 2 nat 1. Okay, our 2 21s. That movement is clearly now to your southeast in the wood line. Lucius and Ash are absolutely certain. Holy shit! You hear arrows overhead.
Let's see if the barrier holds.
Ash is so nonchalant about getting shot at.
I am bolting into the wood line right here.
Lucius ducks for cover. Remembers that he's old and his back hurts.
I'm actually going to move over here. My intention is to surround the woods.
I'm going to clear my throat. Brigands! Vagabonds! Come out and face your doom!
Yeah, you're done.
Adeline, you hear growling.
I hear growling?
Yep.
Can I make a follow perception check to identify where the growling is coming from?
South of you. It is very close. You are sensing something is staring at you from inside that wood line and is not happy with your presence.
Can I also shout something in the back, sorry, if that's okay?
Like, what?
Can I shout something while this is ongoing?
Sure.
I'm going to say, I thought only elves hide in the forest!
Well, I already have my greatsword out. There's something close to me growling. And unfortunately, my studied book-learned nature does not mean I can identify animal growls worth any tenth of a damn. So I would actually ask... I would specify that I hear growling and ask if anybody else who could hear it and see if it's an animal. And that we've been chasing an animal this whole fucking time.
Possible. This does not seem like the location either. Should we just leave? If it's an animal, we have no reason to disturb it.
Well, we don't know. We just know.
If
There's someone helpful. Well, couldn't Darkspawn possibly growl?
No idea.
Exactly.
You've never met one.
I still feel something staring at me.
Yes.
What does it
As
sound
does
like?
Lucius. Lucius is hearing growling coming from inside that wood line. Ash, you can hear what Lucius is hearing. It's coming from this direction.
Does it sound like an animal?
It does.
It sounds like an animal. Stop aggravating it and leave it.
How close is that growling?
Very. Stick your hand in there and find out. Nope.
Nope.
It's just like, nah.
We have other important things to find, like a ruin. Do not offend the local wildlife.
At this point, I'm just feeling pretty done about listening to you guys when it comes to something dangerous in the woods.
Then go on and venture forth as the vanguard.
I just got a picture of like Leon's character being Treebeard, and like we're all riding upon him because he's that tall.
Let's not be hasty.
Let's not be hasty, children.
The 5'3", 20-something with a greatsword is being told to be the vanguard.
All right, Avalon has reached the exit of this map into the next one. You guys can travel further east from here if you want.
Well,
I'm gonna say we're on a time limit.
And yeah,
I guess
All
we're
right.
going.
We're continuing to travel, okay? You guys go on ahead and gather back up so I can grab your tokens.
I'd like to go
But-
this side, please. But no, here.
Oh, let's also not forget that the girl is being told to be in the front.
Are you really going to do that now? The one with full plate's like, okay, let's let the girl do it. That's exactly what you want. Don't even try it.
I was
Apparently you
told to believe
Apparently you
that Ferelden military uses women and men equally. I see this as a mistake.
I was more making a comment that I'm getting ordered to take the front and getting made fun of all the while.
Correct.
20-something.
It's
You
called-
chose the front.
It's called character building.
It's called fuckery.
It's called an ostensible hate for anything outside of the circle is slowly growing.
All right, we are traveling further to the east, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys should now see the new map. If you do not, scroll down. Everyone see themselves?
Yes.
Okay. We have noticed that the wood line here has changed. The trees look different here. Although it's not as dense as it was.
Oh, I should not get
Please. I'm sorry. It seems I have been kidnapped.
For the best.
They
They probably
There
want
we
to
go.
put their nice dresses on you. Since you're such a good mannequin.
Hmm.
Let's get some perceptions.
I forego a perception check because I am still fuming and said I am done listening
Theo is so
for
happy
shit
with
for them.
himself.
Avalon's like, fuck it, I hate everybody. I hope you all die. Theo, you can sense movement to the northeast.
Movement to the northeast.
Hmm. Perhaps we
Understood.
will finally meet Darkspawn.
So northeast then, or do you all want to walk in a different direction that I can be in the front for?
Hmm.
Go northeast.
Oop.
Is it getting darker at all, as far as how thick the forest is, or is it about the same?
Avalon has reached the edge of the wood line. Seeing in there is very difficult. However, the clearing is not as dense as it was, so you guys can see farther in the clearings than you could prior.
Okay.
Picking your way through that really harsh wood line to your east will be rough.
Can I do a stealth, please, again, Eric?
Yes.
I can't. I just simply can't.
Theo is stealthily moving in the open with the sunlight on his back.
Sunlight dropping on my skin.
Magic users, you guys are sensing magic again. This direction.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Are we ignoring or just...
I have no idea because I'm not a magic user, so I would just be continuing forward unless anyone tells me otherwise.
Well,
I
let's
was
see
told-
what.
I was told to go northeast.
You were, and look at that. You're doing as you're being told. Really nice.
Jesus, you are laying it on thick.
I am going to stab you, you massive xenophobe.
Theo, will you accept a challenge to your integrity?
Theo would definitely accept the challenge.
I see that the reputation that humans like to needle and insult each other is true.
I'm not a human.
What
Humanoid.
What she said. Can't get me in trouble for that.
Theo, you're being an asshole.
I about to say, I actually hold my greatsword up to you since you want to accept a challenge to your honor.
Are you
Come here,
both
then.
idiots? Yes.
Hold a moment.
Yes, you are.
Evelyn, are you gonna like formally challenge him?
He said he would accept a challenge to his honor.
You are both idiots. There is
Well-
a job to be done.
Hold on. Let them do their thing. Evelyn, you hold your weapon at Theo. Yes?
I just say
Yep.
after you.
You're willing to talk you're willing to talk so big, but the moment that there's a threat, you back down.
I'm saying
Come on, then.
I'm saying after you. Ladies first.
I'm sorry.
Lucius and Ash are like, fuck this.
Are all young people of human and elven descent this stupid?
This is new to me.
Good.
Alright.
Then they are just aberrant. I'm surprised they have not been removed.
You have
Kinda
a
look at you
naive circle
puzzled.
mage interacting with a massively xenophobic noble dickhead. This is bound to happen.
As I said,
Yes,
out
in the middle of the wild.
of character. It's called character building. That's all it is, guys.
No, it's called you being an asshole and enjoying it and using it as an excuse that your character's a dickhead.
Nice.
But hey, this
Really
is
not.
how I would expect y'all to interact.
There you
Okay.
go. I step
You're
forward
actually
with a wide
fighting.
swing.
Well, that is a hit as far as I
Yes,
can tell,
that
right,
is-
Theo?
That's definitely a hit, yes.
All right, Theo takes 5.
Hmm.
We're
You
gonna
wanna
switch
talk
to
shit
some
and think I
combat
can't-
music.
You want
Oh.
you want to talk shit and think I can't swing a sword?
Okay.
Oh, great.
So
This is when we get ambushed by Darkspawn. I'm grabbing the old man and running.
Oh, I will.
I
also
will
pop-
relent.
I already have my weapon out. So I
Time for
am,
initiative.
first of all,
I was about
no,
to
she's
say, are
already
we roll-
attacked.
Are we rolling for initiative and are we following full action economy?
Yes, you guys are in combat. However, Avalon took the attack because Theo gave it to you. So
Okay.
initiative
So
has already been established.
So I
It's
will.
-2, then -5 for subsequent attacks, right?
That is correct.
Yep.
Well, enjoy your extra attacks. You moved once.
Second
That is
attack will not hit.
That will not hit.
Yeah, it's like second attack is a miss.
So the first attack, Theo is kind of just standing there like, are you going to do this? Avalon's like, all right then. Takes a swing. Theo is kind of surprised at your upstartedness and takes a nice slice right up his chest. But now that he's into it and you come with an overhead follow through, he steps around it. All right, Theo, what are you
Oh,
doing?
that's what the number 2 and number 3 are for. Oh, okay.
Lucius, your fledgling party has already destroyed itself. We're doomed. We're going to get eaten by Darkspawn.
I am going to strike at the hand to disarm her.
That is a called shot.
Okay, my weapon is disarm though. Can I not do that with a rapier? So it's not really a cold shot, it's something it can do.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
That one, man.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. Avalon is way too into it and sees your attack coming back and just backsteps out of your reach.
So how many actions do you get during an attack then?
3 if you don't do anything else.
Don't do anything
Each
else.
subsequent attack is -2.
So I would like to feint. firstly.
-5.
-5 on the third attack.
So I would like to.
No.
I would like to feint with the next attack.
Oh, -5, -10. Huh.
Yeah,
Yes.
until higher.
Well, no, unless you have an agile or finesse. Well, no, agile. I think it was agile weapon. And I think feint is a single action.
Yes.
Feint is an action, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to attempt a feint. Avalon, that is a perception. Ooh.
Damn.
She's gonna be flat-footed against all of your attacks, I believe.
Yeah, so Avalon loses.
Do I gain Panact for that as well?
What is your swashbuckler type? Is it the one that
It's
uses
fencing.
feint?
Yes.
Whenever you succeed in a feint, yes, so you now have just gained a Panak.
Okay, so I'll
Yeah.
do rapier with finisher.
You still have to land the attack,
I land
which
it.
absolutely hits. You're going to use the finisher?
Yep.
Roll 2d6.
I've already rolled it. Down the bottom. 8.
Avalon, you take 15. As Theo tries to stab at your hand with his rapier, you backstep out of it and thinking this dude doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And he surprises you by stepping into it and punching right through your chest armor.
I'm also then going to say,
Keep track of the damage on your characters.
I'm going to say, stand down. You're only proving my point that you're trying to make. I am having goads at you as anyone would. If you want to continue this melee, I am more than happy to. But you're clearly letting the emotions get the better of you.
I'll hold one. Avalon, are you able to adjust your HP?
Yeah, I changed it on my character sheet. I have to change it on the token as well. It's
Yeah,
not
do it on the
updated.
token.
Okay.
And then, with my last action, I'm going to...
You already did 3, didn't you?
Yeah,
Oh, I did.
doing
My
the feint consumes one of your
My
actions.
bad then, I'll not do anything.
All right, Avalon, it's back to you. Theodore has told you that he's just trying to get a rise out of you, and you are falling for it. Though it is your attempt. He just kind of stabbed and punched right through the seam in your chest armor. And he looks like he's just kind of anticipating your next move. What are you doing? Lucius and Ash, both of you are going to give me a perception check.
Ah, it appears that we are finally getting Darkspawn visitors.
Lucius and Ash, both of you are seeing what looks like smoke to the southeast. Ash, that's the same direction in general where you sensed magic coming from. But it is currently Avalon's turn in combat.
Let's see here. You know what, can I make a free willpower check to see if my sensibilities will trump my frustration at the bigot?
You could try a will save, sure. This dude has explained to you that you are doing exactly what he's trying to provoke you into, and with that strike right through the seam in your armor, he is not a fucking joke. It's up to you what you want to do.
All right. I'll drop my combat ready posture.
Great, you have stopped being stupid.
Now I am being stupid by still dealing with this massive bigot, and then I'm going to cast heal on myself using 2 actions.
Okay.
I'm
Cast
not
your
healing
heal
him.
spells. Combat hasn't concluded until both have agreed to it. So Evelyn will finish her turn by casting her heal spells.
Oh, apparently I didn't have that.
Ah!
Apparently I don't
Kill
have
the
that correctly,
necromancer.
so
Hush.
let me
So
just
go
do
ahead
this.
and roll your heals.
Yep, r/1d8, because apparently I don't have it set up correctly. And I'm using a 2-action heal, which will be +8.
Okay.
You should be back to follow close to it.
It should get you pretty close.
Yeah, and apparently I then enter it wrong.
We can get it checked out if it's not working
Yeah,
right.
Leon showed me the beautiful efficiency of like adding in those extra things with the brackets, and it was so nice.
Yeah, it takes a little fumbling around, but once you get the hang of it, you can automate like everything in this game.
It's telling me /r1d8 +8 is not a correct command.
It works perfectly fine for me.
/R.
Are you doing /A space then 1d8? Yeah.
You have to put
No,
the space in it.
I wasn't doing the space.
Yeah, that'll be why.
It took me forever to figure that out too.
Oh, right, there we go. I healed
Evelyn
back exactly.
holds her blade up and with her left hand moves her fingers about, closes her eyes for a moment, and touches the stab wound in her chest, which stops bleeding. Theo, it is your turn. You can press the attack or you can let it go.
No, I'm an honourable person, so Theo will put the rapier up at with his hand behind his back, put the rapier up at his face, and then give a nod that he would his mentor after a duel or spar has taken place, and then carry on.
That'll be the end of combat. We are back to normal movement.
So what XP do we get for that? Because that was the plan all along.
You guys are gonna farm XP off of each other.
I can heal as long as I'm given 10 minutes between it, so, we could totally XP grind here.
No, Theo,
XP grind on each other.
Theo is fine, unless he doesn't have a healing potion.
Do you require healing?
I wouldn't say no to it.
Hold
Leave
still
him with it,
for
it'll
a
be
few seconds.
Leave him with it. It'll be a reminder not to be a bigot.
Bigotry aside, combat effectiveness is more important than personal opinion. I'm going to Hymn of Healing, Theodore Farquhar von Drac, which means you have to listen to Kunlad for roughly half a minute as your wounds heal.
Theo's gonna be healed by the Kun, his arch enemy.
I mean, it's in his head.
You feel your urge to eat babies rising.
In his head, he just knows that it's somebody below him that's serving him, so it's completely fine.
Whatever you need to justify to get healed.
Exactly, dude. Like this is the way my character was brought up. Like he was taught this since he came into this world.
So your character's training to be a politician. Got it.
Dude, that makes it's to Vinter.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
All right, so the two fighters, now that you've completed your dick waving, have noticed what the other two are looking at, and there is smoke coming from the southeast. Evelyn is tying that's also the direction she sensed magic earlier.
Out of interest, how far are we actually traveling? How much time would traveling to the smoke signal take?
Not far.
I need a rough time indication.
A few minutes.
Okay, then I'm just going to refocus on the way there.
Is that the direction we're going?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not opposed.
There is a clearing to move through, so it's not too difficult.
Actually, Eric, I have a question. How would I refocus? Would I refocus by chanting the Holy Kun?
Yes.
Excellent.
It'll go even faster if you have the book in front of you.
I mean, I have a book I have the Holy Kun, of course, not the
Yo.
Kun.
The Kunari has the book. You feel compelled to burn it. How good it would feel with your rapier dead through it. Oh, you could carry it like a trophy.
All in due time.
So the rather large, fully clothed from head to toe individual is whipping out some sort of book and is going to start chanting like a monk.
Yes.
In a silent manner, you probably can't hear it unless you're actively focusing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to start like Ave Deo Mr. Eternam.
Why
I'm not doing that.
Can you imagine?
Okay.
Can you imagine you're in a forest, right, and then you just see this big 6 foot, 7 foot tall motherfucker just brazenly walking through a forest with a book out and just chanting? That takes some big cojones.
Hey, you see his token? The Undertaker can do whatever the fuck he wants, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm tempted to, but no, we have actual. We don't want the entire forest to be aware of us, so no.
You guys have now been picking about the forest for about an hour. Time is running.
And let's not waste it.
Let's head off to the fire.
Yes. Is nobody else going to move?
Yeah, move.
We're getting very close to the source of the smoke, and for our magic sensitives, the origin of magic. Adeline, are you staying behind? Avalon,
You
did
muted?
we lose Art?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Still in Discord as far as I'm aware.
Yep.
Not muted, you're just not saying anything. Oh, well, hopefully she comes back. Anyway, continuing on. Oh, there you are. Avalon, are you not speaking on purpose?
I did say BR.
Didn't hear that, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear it.
And to be fair, I think by same token, this situation has warranted Avalon just shutting up for a bit.
That is fair. That's why I asked if you were staying behind on purpose, but I didn't hear that you weren't around.
But yes, I will be staying behind.
Okay, everyone stops where you are.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are picking through the forest, it's starting to look like we have found another of those bush circles, and this one has a huge plume of smoke coming from the middle of it.
I now believe we should, as they say, fuck with it.
As before, the tree line in this area is looking withered and dead, but much more extreme than before. The previous ones, the leaves in the trees looked like they were giving way to fall, even though it is mid-April. The tree line around here is dying and dead, except for the bushes placed in the circle, which look vibrant and happy.
So this is the second time we've came across one of these circles, and the trees surrounding it look barren.
These
Can we
ones
try
don't heat up.
identifying it again? Can it be identified again?
Yes, you may try, either occult or arcane. Or, for special case, Avalon may attempt a knowledge elven lore. But you may only get one check.
Nope, this is not my knowledge. I don't deal with hippie shit.
Zip, note, nothing. You
Nope.
get nothing.
We don't learn anything new about this other than this one's affecting the area around it more, and it may be active, whatever it's doing.
Shall we mess with it now?
Can we tell where, like, is this linked with the other one, or is it going somewhere else? Are we able to tell?
We failed all the checks. We don't know anything about it.
And I'm cool. I can, we can just throw a, what? It's trees. Just throw a torch in it.
We could. It is an option.
Vale said the landlord stopped by, so that's why he's not here. FYI. He said that in the Discord.
Okay. That's good to know. I didn't notice it.
I mean, if no one objects, I'll get a torch out and torch it then.
Okay. Theo throws a torch at the circle. Are you going to throw it at the bushes or in the smoke?
The bushes, I have no idea what's in the smoke, so I'm going to affect these, hopefully.
Theo's bucket lights a torch, casually chucks it into the bushes, which start raging on fire. They are taking off way more than they should at a natural pace.
Step back.
They look like old dead Christmas trees. They are rapidly roaring into flame.
Well, moving on with life.
As we watch the fire disappear into the smoke, everyone hold. The smoke is clearing out, and everyone is feeling the ground shake underneath them.
I believe we should leave.
As the smoke clears, we hear a very loud snarling, the movements of something very heavy, and oh god, everyone roll initiative.
Is the initiative counter already up?
Go for it. Everyone rolling initiative. Make sure you have your tokens selected first.
Initiative.
It'll be by your perception. We gotta roll initiative for Lucius. Hold one. Lucius gets a 9. Excellent.
As Leon says, 9.
9!
You need to get it right. 9!
Really? 9.
Lily has been very well behaved. She is currently snoring on my bed.
The Lily 9 was a pretty awesome moment in my D&D history.
Oh, that was so good. Lily 9!
I forget what it was about, but it was a
Elias?
memory that everyone has.
I wasn't paying attention, and I was just, Lily was in her little doggy bed, and she decided, I am a puppy. I must explore. I am now going to attempt to pull out Leon's wires out of the computer. And I was just like, oh god, wait, what? Lily, 9!
It was great.
I was freaking out because I didn't want my dog to get an electric shock.
Okay. Changing the music. Ash, you're up first. No one knows what the fuck this thing is, but it's not happy with you.
Are we fighting or staying?
Well, you're in the initiative now, so if you want to run, it takes your turns to do it.
Well, I'm going to assume they are not pitiful cowards. I am going to spend my first action inspiring courage by yelling at everyone, I believe you have family. I have been led to believe you should fight for them. So go about it.
That is the most inspiring thing I've ever heard.
It works! It's magic! I don't have to explain jack shit.
You gotta explain shit!
Anyway, I'm then going to fling a telekinetic. Actually, am I flinging a telekinetic? Yeah. Preserve magic for now. And then 2 actions to a telekinetic dagger at a +1. There. That's a 24. Does that hit? Well, 25 actually.
25 will hit.
Okay, this is with a +1 damage bonus, so that is 10 damage.
Ash grabs some of the knives off of his belt, throws them up in the air, moves his fingertips around, points at the giant thing, and all of a sudden they fly right at it and stick all over its body.
Well, everyone else is inspired. You go do your thing.
Everyone has been inspired.
Do your thing,
Yes.
honey.
Oh wait, the first macro actually worked? Huh.
You done with your turn?
Yeah, that was 3 actions.
The thing is not happy with you.
1 second. I think I need to reload Roll20, it's lagging for me. Ah well, turn's already over. I'm sure it will crit me, so don't worry. I'm fully expecting it.
Let me know when you're good, because you're the one it's not happy with.
Oh no, that's okay. Just tell me for how hard it hits me. My AC, I believe, is 17, and I don't have shield up, so it will absolutely hit me.
Not one. I believe in the power of. I'm not going to say that because
16.
my character doesn't.
Anyway.
Leon.
Yep. It's good. Go do the thing.
Oh, Leon's gone?
No, Leon.
Wait,
no, Leon's
What the
here.
hell?
Leon is here. He's saying roll.
Wait.
Well, I'm just going to have to insta-kill him then.
Can you hear me?
Hey,
Is it working now?
you are muted.
Am I?
Leon, can you hear me?
Yes.
Wait, I can hear you. It's Eric.
I'm about to say, yeah, I hear
Right.
Leon.
Why are
Okay.
you muted?
Eric is
I'm
you.
not muted.
You guys don't hear me?
Have you muted me, maybe?
I hear you now.
I'm about to say,
Okay.
people hear you.
Dude, we can hear we can hear each
Yeah.
other. It's you can't hear us.
Yeah, my Discord and I think my internet just died. That's why it might be a bit weird, but it's fixed
Oh,
now.
everything seems fine now.
Yeah. Anyway, just attack me. I know it'll hit me. My AC is only 16.
Oh, it's
Just-
not attacking you, it's grabbing you.
So I just want to mention really quick before it beats the shit out of him. Vile message PMs me. Lamborg came by to check damage. Have to take care of this. Hopefully you guys don't run into a fight.
Ah, about that.
About that, yeah.
Shit. Owen Anderson, thank you. We just get raided by a party of 13 guys. Let's step this up.
Oh, why?
Oh, shit.
Well, Eric, you now have to kill me for dramatic tension.
Well, it's going to be bad because you're a bard standing next to the monster who's way bigger than you.
Oh no, I'm fully expecting pain.
You can try in athletics.
Well, no, I can do that once I'm trying to escape, not when it's grabbing me. I know how the rules work, Eric. I
The
know you are
giant
trying to be
thing just
kind.
grabs Ash and picks him up, and it looks like it's just taking him right towards its mouth. Ash,
Okay.
now you can try to
Thank
escape.
you for the raid. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I
On its
apologize.
turn.
I can't really.
Okay.
Put the
I will let
attention on
you
the
try,
chat.
'cause if
It's
you
'cause
fail,
we're
it will
doing
hurt.
D&D. But Owen Anderson, thank you so much.
Acrobatics, I'm
Give me a
guessing,
little
for
shout. I
escape,
really
I'm
appreciate that
using?
raid, buddy.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Much love to you.
No.
The thing picks up Ash, takes it to its mouth, bites him really hard. This will be unpleasant.
Having a good,
Hmm,
having a good
I'm
stream,
expecting
yeah.
a lot of
having
damage.
a fantastic stream playing
Ash, you
D&D.
take
It's really
17
fun.
damage as it munches you.
This rather hurts. Please try
How
to
was-
kill it before it kills
How was
me.
your stream?
And since you are not very tasty, it smashes you into the ground. Give me another acrobatics check. Ash sees what's happening and braces himself for it, so you will only take partial damage. Wham! Ash gets smashed into the ground, but sees it coming, gets his head and his chest out of the way, lets his shoulders and his arms take the brunt of the damage, so he only takes 6 more. But you are still grappled. Theo, the Kunari is getting mauled and smashed. It is your turn.
Okay, so Just for understanding's sake, do I get precise damage if it's flanking or if it's only Panak?
You will gain if it's flanked, but right now it is not.
So it's not flanked by Ash then, no?
Ash is in no way to threaten it because he's being grappled.
Right, okay.
I don't wield weapons either.
Firstly, I went to feint the thing. I went to feint it out. So
Okay.
Leon said that he doesn't counter roll. It's against my DC.
It is you rolled something, you rolled feint, and that goes against whatever its will DC is. Its will DC is its modifier plus 10. So if it has a plus 5 on will saves, it is a 15 that you're trying to beat. If you beat that, well, that doesn't work.
Theo is like, don't pay attention to me, and it's just staring at you as you try to move around it. Hello.
Yeah, I'm going to try that again.
Hi. That's another action to feint.
I know.
Okay.
Perfect.
It is watching you, and you start to try to move around it. With its free hand, it tries to grab you, but you move around it.
And with my third action, so if I attack my third action, is this at a minus?
It will take a minus to its defense, yes.
It's effectively flat-footed, so -2.
So I have gained Panak from that, so I want to do that with a finisher then. Attack
Okay.
with a finisher. Oh, for fuck's sake.
The positive side,
You stab really hard at its hand,
12.
and your rapier bounces off of it like it's smacked into a wall.
the positive side is you are using confident finisher, right?
Yes, it's confidence
So-
finisher that I've got.
So it does still take 10 damage because you still apply finisher damage even if you miss horribly like that. It's better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
Actually, it's 11 because you are still inspired by the dying Kunari.
The giant Kunari who is getting rapidly mutilated.
Such is the way of life.
Lucius, who's not here, so I'm gonna have to play his character for him. Let me get his character sheet.
Is he,
Lucius is like, Jesus fuck, and he's falling on his ass. What the hell is that? He's gonna step back and try to get to a safe distance. He's going to wisely not move into the wood line or into uncharted
completely
territory.
fine, Savage. Completely
Or at least
fine,
that's
mate.
what
We're
I would
playing
do.
Dungeons and Dragons at the moment, so we're trying to beat whatever.
We
this
have
thing
not
is.
identified what the hell this thing is, so he's going to try one of two. What's it going to be? He's going to try to throw an alchemist fire at it.
Mm-hmm.
Lucius ducks into his bag, pops open a bottle, shakes it really hard, and whips it at the giant creature.
Mm.
It doesn't hit anything important, but the flames spread all over its body, and it seems particularly furious at this.
So 17 does not hit. Okay. Good to know.
He's going to try one more, though it's going to be pretty weak. Ooh, that would be amazing if that hit.
It's
But-
19. Does it hit?
19 does not pass the AC, although we still got some damage on it.
Splash damage is better than no damage.
Splash damage is better than no damage, absolutely. Aveline, you're up.
This thing was hard to hit at a 19. Oh, God. All right. What can be done, be done. Well, I'm going to use my action to rage. -1 to AC, +2 to damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
That song just came on at a perfect time for her raging, by the way. That's what I'm going to say.
Yes, it does.
A barbarian cleric. Oh, God.
Seriously, those of you in the Twitch chat that can't hear the soundtrack, I feel bad for y'all. It's so good.
I'm going to say, I'm gonna say
Reflections of
space
that.
is not actually its square.
You are inside its threat range, but you're not provoking an attack of opportunity. If you try to move outside of its threat range, you will. You are now currently in its threat.
Oh, shit. It also got attack of opportunities. Great.
But no one has provoked one yet.
I thought the grab was an opportunity attack. When
It wasn't. It was its natural turn.
All right. Well, after raging, I actually want to make a called shot to try and slice its wrist so it will let go of Ash.
Okay, go for it.
That'll be a 20.
20.
Oh.
20?
You have an inspiration, right?
Yeah, so 20.
Yes, it is 20.
Just barely makes it.
All right.
Aveline, you swing as hard as you can. You roll the sword over your body. You lean your hips down into it. You roll it over your shoulder, and you slice right through its knuckles. And it roars in pain as you impact it, and Ash has been let go. It is now really fucking angry at you.
And that will be 8 because of
It'll be
because
9.
+2.
Fire is shit.
Inspired as well, yeah.
Yep. So I think it took like 30 damage at this point. How damaged does it look?
It looks really fucking angry.
So, and in Pathfinder, movement within a creature's attack range can trigger a op attack, right?
Yes.
Once you are in its threat range, if you attempt to leave its threat,
Yeah.
it will. But if you're moving inside its threat range, there's no provoke.
Depends on the creature, honestly. There's specific types of attacks of opportunity, depending on the creature class and if you have a specific class ability.
Right now, because it's as big as it is, its threat is 2 squares away from itself. If you try to leave its threat range, it will provoke an attack.
Yep. I'm trying. Where is my other check? Movement does not have to be congruent, right?
Correct.
Like I move 2 squares, I should have a total of 6 because my move is 30, right?
Yes.
And okay. Then I'm gonna follow up by moving. A part of me wants to heal you, but I'm gonna refrain because I can't give a good heal right now. I'm gonna continue moving.
It's okay.
I'm gonna continue moving this way after the slash, making another attack as I go. That'll only be a 19, so that's gonna miss.
It's going to be less because you get a minus an attack.
That is with a penalty already. That's attack macro 2.
Thank you.
Oh.
We are currently playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Roll anyway, I only would have done 5.
Actually, wait.
We
Wait.
need the undead horde right now.
Flanking.
So I appreciate it. Thank
So
you
that
so
hits.
much.
That does hit with flank.
So I apologize if I'm
It's
not,
a 20.
Although,
interacting.
that's a pretty weak damage roll.
I mean, hey, it's like 6 more damage.
Again,
Everything
damage
counts.
is better than no damage.
Much
The thing
love.
roars in fury at you, and it swats down to try to grab you, and you pommel bash its knuckle, and you feel like you broke something. It is now more furious at you. Ash, you're up.
Bring it on, you bastard.
I'm going to delay until after the creature so I can react to whatever it's going to do. As it's a
Okay.
beast, I'm close to death, but beasts usually attack whatever it's attacking them.
Whatever it is, it's not very intelligent.
Yes, that's why I'm delaying turn until after it.
Okay.
I've killed bigger demons than you.
Oh. Its turn. It's very angry at Aveline. It is going to try to grab Aveline. Ash?
Well, no, I'm waiting until its turn is over. I can't interrupt it in the middle.
Aveline, it grabs you, and it's going to try to eat you.
Wait, it succeeded on its athletics check as well? God damn it, this bitch.
Yes, it does. I'm rolling dice on my desk.
No, athletics, big sad.
Aveline, you can try an acrobatics to evade.
It is your fault, DC, so it might not be that great.
I couldn't use athletics to try and shove my.
I just said you can try acrobatics to evade.
My athletics is better. God damn it!
All too bad. Ooh.
Break free is usually
I have
athletics or
been good,
acrobatics.
man.
Oh.
How was your stream? What was
Fucking
it you're
warriors.
playing?
I mean, I'm just pointing out how it works.
I'm about to say that's why I explained the way I wanted to do it. Shove the sword in its mouth so biting down would cause it to stab itself. That's
No bonus damage.
Anyway,
However, you won't take a damage as it tries to bite you. As you wiggle free of its hand and just evade its teeth, it's really unhappy. And it winds up and it's going to try to smash you into the trees. Give me another acrobatic.
oh god.
Nice. That's a +1 as well because she's still inspired, is she not?
Does not apply to skill checks. Only attack
Oh,
rolls
my bad,
versus
sorry.
fear and damage rolls.
This one, you cannot evade the damage, but you can reduce it. You feel your back. As you know what's about to happen, you tuck your head out of the way so nothing vital gets hit. but you get smashed into the tree line. 2 of the trees get ripped down from the impact. You will take 9 damage from the impact, but you are still grappled. Ash, you're up.
Oh, it re-grappled me? Okay.
It didn't let you go. You're still in its hand as it's like slammed you into the trees.
Okay.
How heavily damaged does it look?
Unhappy. Every hit that you've gotten on it, it did not bleed. So this is not a natural creature.
Well, if there's no way to judge, let me just quickly look at my actual spell list. This thing can probably just throw rocks at me to kill me. So you know what? 3-action magic missile.
Good old magic missile.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. As they say, it just works. There you go.
Listen, man, if it's not broken, I'll try and fix it.
Ash is like, nah, fuck this. Puts his hands together. A weird purple light comes around his arms. As he weaves his hands around, little darts of magic fly off and pepper all over the thing's face.
It's not darts, it's little coon books.
It is so fucking mad.
Oh.
It looks like it's about to beat Ash with Avalon.
It's a shame that its turn is already over. Theodore, finish it!
How tall is this thing?
Very. I would give it about 18. 18 to 20 feet tall. Ash is about to get beaten with the cleric.
Such is life.
So it's flat-footed. Oh, is it flat-footed because of Avalon? Sorry.
No, Avalon is in no way to threaten it, and neither does Ash, so no one is flanking it.
Well, faint it is.
Yeah, I do faint.
Oops. I hit the wrong thing trying to read something. I'm sorry.
You're going to try a feint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it should work.
It is not paying attention to you, so you dart right around it. You're welcome to move wherever you want to move. Do you want to stay where you are, or do you want to go behind it?
Behind it.
Okay.
And then with more Panact. Oh, I nearly put in 12. I would like to. Let's do it with Finisher. Is there any way I can...
Fuck it up.
Let me make sure I hit. Fuck's sake.
You're like, oh, I got you, motherfucker. And ping! The edge of your rapier bounces off of it.
What is honestly the average of me? All I need to roll is a fucking...
I mean, you could use your hero point if you want to.
Nah, I'm not going to do that. And then if I attack again, what's the minus?
5. Evelyn, keep track of your HP on your token.
I haven't lost... Well, sorry, I lost 7. 7 because of my temp HP.
So it still takes 5 damage.
Yeah, it still takes some.
Can I do anything else? Let me see feats.
I'm using character sheets.
Move, feint, strike, so no, I don't think so.
You did all your stuff.
2 minutes, wait there.
Do you have some free actions?
When you trick a foe, you can go them into overexerting the next attack. When I feint, you can use the following success as a critical success instead of any...
Oh, goading?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can decide what you want to apply when you after you succeed, I think.
Right, it's no point doing that now.
Oh, do you not want to aggro it?
Yes, yes, you do. You want to get beaten with a cleric.
Nah.
I'm
going to... next action.
Okay.
So I've got a plus, so my AC is now 17.
Theodore goes into a defensive stance, anticipates that he's about to get attacked. Lucius is not here, so he's going to keep doing what he's doing. The fire seemed to provoke it a little bit. It seemed to react a lot. Again, doesn't hit anything important. We'll try one more time. And that'll be his last alchemist fire. Ooh!
Is that with the penalty? Oh, shit, it isn't.
It is not, so keep landing splash damage. The fire takes hold on its body, and it is starting to burn. It is not happy, and it is noticing that the old man over there is doing it, and it is rearing back its shoulder, and it looks like it's about to fling the cleric at him. Evelyn, you look like you are about to travel and meet Lucius at high velocity.
Yeah. So, I'm still raging, frothing angry. I'm getting a feel for what's about to happen. I vocally shout, "You want to throw me? Good fucking luck!" as I try to shove my greatsword through its arm, and then hold my greatsword with all the might I can muster.
Are you trying to pry yourself, or are you just trying to hit it?
I'm trying to... I guess it'd be pry? No, because like I said, I'm trying to shove my greatsword into its arm, so when it throws me, I hold and grip my greatsword. So when it throws me, it just kind of... it lets me go, and I hang from its arm.
Okay. Are you wanting to do anything else? Because if that's what you're doing, you're basically delaying your turn till it makes a move. Is that what you want to do?
Oh,
You can do your turn and use that as your last action if you want.
I mean, I'd already rolled, so now I'm like, fuck.
I'm not going to screw you out of your turn because that's not what you realized.
Since I'm predicting for it to throw me, I'm gonna hold off to attack if it actually throws me, because I basically readied action for that.
So you want to hold action till its turn.
Yes.
Okay. Ash.
So the thing is now trying to throw the cleric.
It's winding its shoulder back, looking like it's going to throw the cleric at Lucia.
Command drop.
Oh. All right.
Will save, please.
What's our DC?
DC is 18. Here goes hoping I can save the cleric and the old man.
It rears its shoulder back, and all of a sudden you see a weird purple cloud go over its face, and its hand just opens. Evelyn's going to take fall damage.
Fall damage? From that low?
From 20 feet in the air, yes.
I'm about to say it was 18 feet tall.
Yeah, you ordered it to move back, and it has its shoulder and its hand up in the air, going to throw it. So Evelyn will take fall damage. But she is no longer grappled. Evelyn, you will take 6 damage as you land on your ass on the hard ground.
Did it just normally fail or critically fail? I'm guessing just
normal fail.
Okay. Well, in that case.
It looks surprised as it looks at its now empty hand. It is confused because it doesn't know how that happened.
Now, if you will excuse me, I have places to be.
Are you going to try to evade its area? That's provoking an attack.
Yeah, I'm trying acrobatics.
Okay. Go for it.
Maybe.
But a big guy, he can move.
I can.
He has a long reach. It sees you trying to duck out of its way. It doesn't know how it dropped, but its hand that's up in the air comes down and tries to smash the ground where you were. And just a tiny bit of your cloak gets caught, but you get out of the way.
What the hell did you guys run into?
Holy shit, it's Lucius.
Yeah,
it was all the Canary's fault. He started reading from that book and he summoned something.
You threw the torch, you fuckstick.
Listen, I asked if anyone protested and everyone said no and stayed silent.
Anyway, can you, thank you.
In the future, I strongly recommend about evading into unexplored territory, but, you're lucky there's nothing there.
Just
you see, about that problem, this is the bigger problem.
It is a bigger problem.
I'm reminded of Wile E. Coyote diving into a bush and falling off of a cliff because...
Oh my.
Okay. It is the monster's turn. Evelyn, your condition for holding your turn no longer applies, so I'll let you have your turn now.
Oh, okay. Well, did I get dropped in a different spot because it was like going to throw me? Just to check.
I'll leave you where you were.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do my turn as normal.
Hit it.
As I land, and I'm just immediately going to shout, get some as I thrust my
Get
great
some!
sword in.
Will it be flat-footed because I am threatening the monster?
It is currently flanked now.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now we're finally flanking it 3 rounds
Nice.
in. Ooh. It is trying to smash the ground where Ash was. Aveline rolls her greatsword over her shoulder, leans into it, gets a nice nasty slice right over its side. And it is starting to waver as it stands. It is turning to face Aveline. Its aggressive posture is still there, but it's swaying a little bit.
All right. I will make another weapon attack because I am full rage mode right now.
Get some.
And I roll max and then I miss.
You roll max damage and flail. Your second swing, you don't fully recover from your first one. So you kind of lazily swing your sword back up, but you're outside of the reach. So it hits the air.
Yep. And then I can use my third action to dodge.
You want to anticipate a hit?
Yeah.
Dodge.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Do you have an action for dodging?
I'm not sure. In 5th
Maybe.
edition, dodge is just generically an action, and
Yeah.
that's what I know.
You can't really dodge in 2e. You can, if you have a shield, you can raise it for +2 AC. If you have the shield cantrip, you can raise your magic shield to block things for you. If you have something like Theo and are actually a duelist and know how to fight and don't have a pick sticker, you can also dueling parry.
About to say, unfortunately, I actually cannot cast shield right now.
Oh, right,
I
you're
am
raging.
I mean,
Alright,
is
well.
that technically not your shield though? Being in a rage?
Yeah.
Plus.
Just be super lame and be like, my shield is my faith. Like, oh, you'll get hit.
Oh, fuck that. You can
You
piss
get hit.
off with that one. You know what I can do, actually? Fuck. I don't want to waste that because it's good if I can save it.
You can always try to attack again if you've got nothing better to do.
At a -10?
Yeah.
Crit
Just try to
fish.
crit fish.
I guess that's fair.
Fuck it.
Fuck it then. I will throw a third swing.
Ladies and gentlemen, she didn't hit.
No. Yeah, you swing at the air again. And it is very angry at you. It winds both of its arms up, and it is going to try to smash into the ground where you were. This could really hurt. Oh my. Aveline, you are trying to retrace and gather the momentum that your sword is bringing. It brings both hands down, and you do not get out of the way in time. You are slammed into the ground. You are on your belly, about buried 2 feet into the earth. Aveline gets crushed over the back for 14 damage.
Ow.
That didn't look pleasant. You're at 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, she's even more fucked than I am.
Okay, Aveline, give me a will save.
Oh, will save.
Yep.
Oh?
You'll understand in a moment.
Oh.
I have a feeling.
Oh no, demon possession!
That is not it. That's not what this is about.
Okay, let me
Well-
rephrase that. Spirit possession.
Okay.
I got a 13.
As it crushed you
because I
into the
rolled a
ground,
6.
and it's looking down at you, you think that it believes you are dead. So you stifle the urge to make any noise or groan at all from the intense pain firing all over your body. It believes that you are no longer a threat, so it does not attack you again and turns to face Thea. It could have killed you, but you passed the will check. It's going to go at Theo, who gets a +2 to his defense.
Is Inspired also count for that?
Sadly, I do not have Inspire Defense yet.
Theo, you knew this was coming, and as it overhead and tries to monkey slam you, you're like, nah, and you just move outside of its range, and it slams the ground where you were standing and punches a hole about 2 feet deep. It is now your turn.
Faint.
Yep.
Why did that not roll?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
It is watching you intently.
Do it one last time then. Still got 3 actions. Fuck off.
It is still eyeing you intently.
Well, I'm just gonna have to attack, man. I've got one pin act left.
You now have 1 action remaining. Excellent.
Rapier with finish. Come on, RNG be with me. Ooh!
We have 20 then because of inspiration.
Inspiration isn't online, but Evelyn is technically flanking.
Evelyn is prone.
Well, I don't have inspiration online. That is up here. Sorry.
Its AC is 20. You were just barely off. That does not hit.
In fact, sorry, 2 minutes. Give me 2 seconds. I have that, so does that lower the deception to anything? Because I actually get a bonus for that.
It's for lying, I believe, or creating a diversion.
You're creating diversion or lying. Feint is neither of those cases.
Listen, we agreed because I said, listen, I'm going to take this because I'm creating a diversion with a feint. That is a diversion. I'm saying I'm going to go this way, but I'm not. That is a diversion.
Creating a diversion is getting its attention on something else. A feint is, I'm going to pretend to attack here and then go there.
Well,
you're not getting its attention on something else.
I'm going to change that then because we had that agreement at the time. That's why I took
that. Is that it doesn't give you a bonus; it just reduces their bonus.
No, yeah, I know that. That's why I took it, like because we were under the agreement that this would work because I failed this kind of diversion. But listen, that I'll just need to change the skill for the feat.
Yeah.
So
feint, generally speaking, they gain no bonuses against you.
It's fine.
Diversion.
We'll move on. It's fine. We'll move on. So I've missed next turn.
That was close, but you were off by 1 to beat the AC. The AC is 20.
Sadly, I had to run for my life.
Lucius, you're up. You have thrown 3 of your alchemist fires. I'll run away again. God damn it. Okay. Lucius is running out of options here. Fishes for something else in his belt. He throws a small vial with a yellow liquid in it that when it hits goes bang really loud. And he just cannot seem to land a hit here. But he can try one more time. Tries to refocus and calm down. Tries once again. And no luck. Minimal damage all around. Although the thing is looking like it's getting ready to fall down, but it is now focused on Lucius. Avalon.
To act or not to act?
You are prone, so you got to get up first. It'll take an action to get up off the ground.
Yeah, because it's movement.
You're like, oh god. You feel 50 years older. Every bone in your body is struggling to function.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. Massive death is -10, or is it twice my health?
The massive damage rule?
Yeah, for if it were to hit me again, would I die from it hitting me outright, or would it have to deal twice my health and damage like in 5e?
It will hurt if you get hit, I'll tell you that.
We can bring you back from death. Well, not from death, but from bleeding out.
If you get splattered into a paste, there's not bringing you any back.
Oh yeah, if you get critted and it deals W health, goodbye. Sorry.
Although the thing doesn't look too healthy anymore. It's looking like it can barely stand.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
Yes, that is true.
I made a vow. The fact of me even getting tempted with that thought is disgusting.
Kill the thing.
I'm gonna stab this thing.
All right. You are swinging at the air. It is now aware that you're still alive.
Yep. Castlevania music.
Good choice. This is one of the best covers I think I've ever heard of this song.
Is it Janjov?
It is
Janjov
not.
does music? Damn. Okay. Okay. Well, I missed my first attack. I'm gonna attack again. I am too fucking.
Your body is so beat up, you can barely tell the reach of your own weapon anymore. You are just cleaving the air. It doesn't know what to think of you other than it's aware that you're alive. Ash.
I'm still raging. I can't think clearly.
Your body is raging at you. Like, why are we doing this? Ash. Not this again.
My AC, my turn is still behind it. I delayed it after it, remember? That doesn't change. I can't go back up in initiative. So I just need to wait until it's done with the old man.
God. All right, Evelyn. It's not happy with you.
I delayed once. I don't get back to 27th. Such is life.
Oh.
I'd want to, but I can't.
It overhands and crushes into the ground near you, but it seems to be so beat up its eyes can't see straight. It's going to try one more time.
Oh, God.
What is your AC?
My AC right now is a 17.
It
Oh,
rolled,
God.
it rolled a 16. You just lazily jump out of the way as it overhands and monkey smashes into the ground where you were. Jesus fuck, you feel your eyes. Your life is going right through your eyes right now, but you are still somehow alive.
Well,
Ash.
Thank fuck that you actually stood up.
Avalon looks like she can barely stand, and it looks like the monster is trying desperately to hit her, but she's just barely getting out of the way.
I still have one more spell slot, so 3 action magic missile. There. It's reliable. It actually hits and deals damage, which everyone else can't. There, 10 more. Theo, please just kill it. It has
Lots of little pink, purplish darts just pepper all over its head, and it temporarily loses balance, and it's on one leg, but it settles itself back down. And in its fury, it's still trying desperately to kill Avalon, it looks like, and it looks like it's winding back up again.
Well, Theo, go kill it. It's taking
Get it, Theo.
70 damage. Go on.
Get it, Theo.
So it's
Kill
flat,
it.
it's flat-footed because Avalon is now.
Yes.
So what does flat-footed do? A minus to its AC.
Yes.
Yes. You need to roll a 10 to hit it. I believe in you.
Fuck's sake.
Please don't make this. There you go.
As it is about to lose balance, we're going to change the music.
All right, landlord's gone. Now I'm actually really back. Sorry.
Hey,
guys.
you're back.
Turns out he was actually just avoiding the whole combat.
we had a guy that done that. Was it Ian? He always
Ian.
if it was a boss fight, he was just like, I can't make it.
Fucking-
Bye. You're like, what?
I can't make it to the fight today, guys. What?
Fucking Ian.
As it is rearing up to go after Avalon, Theodore grabs its hand and climbs up onto its shoulder, moves up onto its shoulder, lines his blade up, takes a second to think about it, stab right through its neck, and it's just stops moving, and it starts to roll over onto the side, and Theo jumps out of the way.
There we go.
It smashes into the ground with a heavy hit. Most of you almost get knocked off of your ass from the impact. But congratulations, we are all still alive.
Yes, and
Raise
we
my
have
sword.
wasted
Raise
precious
my sword to my
time.
face. Throw the blood off in disgrace because it was hardly a challenge.
I drop to my knees
Evelyn is
just
so
like-
done right now.
and just lay in the dirt for a second.
Well, it is time to begin healing from Mortal Kombat.
I say, give me a second to let the blood stop thrumming.
I'm gonna go.
I'm trying to wait my rage out so I can actually do a 3-action heal.
You can let your rage go whenever you want to.
Can we take like 20 minutes so we can heal up?
She's pretty beat up too.
Yeah.
Well, a
I can-
3-action heal is the radius heal.
It's a D8, yes, but
It is a D8 plus 8 to everything
No.
within 30 feet.
Is it?
no, sadly it doesn't. The 3 action is just a D8. The only thing that gets plus 8 is the 2 action. It's very specific.
Is it lying on its front, Eric? Or is it lying on its back?
It is laying on its left side.
I want to jump on it and look. See that photo where you'd have someone on top of a beast with the one leg up on its head.
Oh god!
And I'm going to turn everyone.
He's gonna strike a heroic pose.
I'm going to say, everyone, you fought bravely and well. You should be proud of yourselves. And then just stand there for 2 minutes admiring the kill. And then that's
This was all me. You guys just sit down.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just admiring the kill.
Now, can we take roughly 20 minutes so I can heal myself and maybe Evelyn with hymn of healing?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I have any infused reagents left, or did you autopilot me and use them all?
I autopiloted you,
Okay.
and you didn't hit anything.
Ah,
You didn't land a single hit. All of your hits were splash damage.
sad day.
Well, sorry.
I think you just used prepared shit already. So if you haven't used have you used all of your prepared agents yet, or are you keeping some in reserve?
How many per day do you have?
5.
You have 1 left.
Wait,
Excellent.
do you not use them at the start of the day to get double value?
Did you?
No. Last time I played an alchemist, we didn't get into much combat, so it never really came up.
Okay, long story short, alchemists have a choice. You can either choose to prepare at the start of the day, and then you get 2 copies of every item. So 1 infused reagent, 2 items. Later, you'll get the choice, depending on your field of research, to get 3 per
3.
1 infused item.
Yeah,
If
I
you
remember
choose
using
to
that.
if you choose to, keep all of your options open, then you can create temporary items that only last for a turn, but you also only get 1 of them. But hey, versatility.
And
early on, you can usually keep some bombs around it.
in character, Theo is going to say, everyone. So does anyone know what this thing actually is? Because I feel like with
What check is this?
with obviously me throwing the torch in, with me destroying the summoning thing, I actually feel like we've done something that kept society safe.
You guys are telling me how long you want to sit through. As for identifying what in the hell this thing is, anyone who has an arcane or nature may try.
I'll try.
Theo would just allow them to take as long as they want to, obviously, to re-rest. Some of them were beaten up pretty bad.
Lucius is so fascinated by how fucking weird this thing is, he's got no clue.
Accurate.
21 and 20, respectively.
Our 2 magi are putting their ideas together and cannot identify this thing being a natural creature. Whatever it is, it looks like it was some kind of abomination created through magic operating unchallenged into the area. It looks like it took root in maybe an insect and a bear and put them both together.
Weird. But I'm led to believe that your people like trophies. Shall we take some?
I don't think to Winter take trophies.
No, I mean for Reldon.
All right.
I was referring to the native population. I believe these are valuable. There is no reason to leave them unless there's religious reasons, which I would not be aware of.
Whatever they are, they're uncertain to be quite rare.
Yeah.
Perhaps our alchemist might take interest.
Now, by the way, if we take 14 minutes, we could, I could heal 16 to myself and Avalon.
How long?
40.
You guys have been in the forest now for an hour. You were on about a 3 to 4 hour time limit. So if you do that, you're going to be very stretched for time.
What, a 14-minute break?
Can anyone use the medicine check properly?
No.
I'm trained in medicine.
I am also trained. I can help you. We can treat somebody's wound then. So maybe just take 20 minutes and I actually burn my focus points. I can restore 8 to myself and Avalon guaranteed with 2 focus points burned. I think I can get back up to 1 focus.
Sure. How badly beat do you guys look?
I'm like 5 out of 28.
I am
Ash
I am
is in
untouched.
very bad condition and can barely stand. Avalon looks like her armor is trying to kill her.
Okay.
I look fabulous, just in case you're wondering.
Theo looks fabulous.
Oh God. Yes. We will take
Theo's
the time.
pedo stash is shining in the sun.
You're no good to us if you're just gonna keel over at the slightest touch if we run into something else.
Mhm.
Avalon, you can't remember the last time your body felt this banged up, but you feel inspired by it somehow.
Anyway, Avalon, you can heal for 8. I'm going to chant the Kun at you for like half a minute.
While they're resting, I'm gonna whip out a dagger and I'm gonna try and take out some of this fucker's chitin and take it with me.
Okay. Its chitin is very, very hard. Your knives are not up to the task. However, you're looking for soft tissue. Its eyes look interesting.
I'll inspect. In fact, where is...
Actually, that's a good question. I can grab unattended objects. Does a corpse count as unattended, or at least parts of it, so I can peel it off with telekinetic abilities?
You're going to have to pass the hardness of its chitin, which I don't think your level 2 spell is going to do.
Level 1. I'm not level 3,
Yeah.
Eric.
Your level 1 spell is not going to break that thing apart.
A shame. But
No pieces of it were broken off of its body during the fight.
I would say, just for convenience's sake, I think Lucian's probably the best person to look over it, so allow him, if we can't, unfortunately, get anything from it, then move on, because we are already taking a break, which we do need to do, because you guys need to heal, I completely agree. But
Avalon, are you going to use any healing magic, or are you just going to use fast healing? Hello?
I'm here, I'm muted. Try not to interrupt anybody. I can use the 3-action heal spell. D8.
It would be a D8, but it's only me and you that are harmed, so I'm on 21 out of 28, and I'm giving you 8. I don't know if you need any more.
My max HP is 28.
Yeah.
I'm at 9 of 28, so...
Okay, so you single target heal yourself and then medicine, maybe?
Sure. I'll use one of my free prepared heals, which I really need to figure out how to write that in on the spell and actually make all the scripts work.
I'll go over it again to make sure everyone's got their
that is my life in a nutshell, right the fuck there.
Oh, good enough. It helps.
While they're doing that, I'm going to study those eyes.
Yeah.
You're going to take one out, or you're going to watch it from where it is?
Yeah.
And isn't treat wounds 10 minutes?
Yes, that's why I'm saying somebody can treat wounds while I'm fast healing us and regaining focus.
I don't have any kind of medicine. I apologize. That's not something I'm trained in.
I do have.
I'm about to say you can treat wounds yourself, right?
Yeah, I can treat wounds on you, or I can aid you because you probably have a better roll on it.
My treat wounds is +5.
So yeah, mine's the same. So I'll just aid you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you regain, I believe, 2d8 it was.
I will take your word for it because I am not sure.
Let me check. Been a while since medicine has been used.
Medicine is a great skill.
It really is. Treat wounds, medicine. Treat wounds. It is 2d8, yes.
Lucius holds his hands up to his face to make sure that if something was to spray, it doesn't get in his mouth and his eyes. And very gently starts to cut some of its compound eyes out. It is very warm to the touch, and as its eye comes out, it is the first time we've seen any kind of blood from this creature, which is a yellowish orange. A lot like what you would see if you were to crush a bug.
This is actually an interesting line of thought. Is it magical, the creature?
There is magic coming off of it, although itself is not a magical creature.
This thing even has hemolymph? That's weird.
Big words.
Bug blood is hemolymph. It doesn't use iron in its blood, which is why it's a different color than human blood. I think what is the metal in hemolymph? I can't remember.
Something. Science, something. I is no biologist. I is engineer. I do not know.
I just read too much worthless garbage.
Hey, knowledge helps.
That doesn't seem worthless. That seems pretty knowledgeable.
Anyway, shall we move on then?
Yes.
Great.
We are closing up on the end of the session. As you guys pick your way through the forest, we continue on the way to the south. You drag your tired, battered bodies, other than Theo, who majestically strides in front of everyone.
Listen, it's my character. You don't decide what my character does.
You guys are starting to see some large but fairly beat up stone walls to the south of you. Perhaps we have finally found our objective, and this will be the end of the session for